Yo, 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 yo. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? We back. Back like we never left, yo. One Piece chapter 896. Shout out to Bao. He hit me up, said, yo, you know what time it is. He said, you know what time it is, and shout out to Yonko Productions as well. He said, yo, the chapter out. Shout out to both those guys. So without further ado, we've had a week break. So we're not gonna waste any more time. Yeah, we're gonna get right into it. One Piece chapter 896. All right. Um. Anyways, let's go. You guys should be able to follow along. The last request. That's what it's called. All right. 12:28 a.m. 32 minutes until the meetup on Cacao Island. Is it possible that Katakuri could lose? Are you really asking that? Ouch. From the beginning, that possibility has been non-existent. That's right, you idiot. Big Brother Katakuri is a perfect man. Ow. If I were Straw Hat, here's what I would do. If we think about his promise to meet his crew on Cacao Island at 1 a.m. from a different angle, his crew won't arrive until 1 a.m. So if I was Straw Hat, I'd capture the only key to the mirror world, Big Sister Brule, and wait for the time to pass in either the mirror world or on another island. That makes sense. Big Sis Brule is missing right now after all. That's right. In other words, he will run away from the duel with Katakuri. And at 1 a.m. on the dot, it is almost certain that Straw Hat Luffy will appear from this mirror. I see, I agree. Big Sis Brule is too clumsy. That's why she's so easy to capture. All these people are fighters? Oh, so Sanji's already there. If Luffy isn't able to lose them as soon as he comes out, it'll be the end of both of us. Hey, Pudding-chan, when Luffy comes out, we'll have to part ways here. Days, she's so far away. You can't even hear me, Pudding-chan. This is your fiance, Lady Pudding. Let's get married. So Sanji's having a quick flashback of everything that happened. Looking back, we sure met in unusual circumstances. It's almost time for us to say goodbye. I thank you for everything. I'm the one who deceived you and tried to kill you, so please don't thank me, Sanji-san. I'm the one who should be thankful. I need to apologize properly. She thought that, and she said, shut up. We're enemies after all. The wedding was a trap, and although it's all a big show to put on by the Big Mom Pirates, that's not it. That's not it. I'm glad that my fiance was you, Pudding-chan. Okay. No, I wasn't trying to make fun of you. No, don't stop. No, don't cry. Stop crying. Hey, Sanji, I have a request. I have just one last request. 12:37 a.m. Uh, okay. So nothing connected? Fwip? Huff. Okay, I'm confused. So Luffy fell in this giant hole. Katakuri falls as well. The double KO! Hold up. I missed something? Yeah, so they both connected. Alright. Wait, I don't know. Like, 1240. We finally made it to this moment. With these incredibly slim odds, if he manages to get away from this all-out attack formation, it'll be unbelievably big news. Be quiet, Morgans. Throw out any hope you have for a scoop. We're sending tens of thousands of our forces. It may look embarrassing, but it'll quash that 1 in a million chance. Even if the one to appear from the mirror was the Pirate King Gold Roger himself, he wouldn't be able to get away. Really? Really? And when they're captured, we'll execute all of them and line their heads up for display. Record that scene tomorrow. It'll serve as a warning. How vulgar. You don't need to go so far. Don't be stupid. This is almost too kind. 12:43 a.m. It's impossible, Father. We're at our limit. We'll be done in before we reach the island. Let's throw the cake off and escape already. Don't falter now. We may have all come from different places, but at least in the face of death, we should stay together. We should be able to make it there by 1 a.m. But what I'm worried about is the key of the mirror world, Brûlé. If he wins the duel and Brûlé isn't there, he won't be able to get out of the mirror world. I don't think Luffy is the type of man that can take that into account. That's right, it's impossible. It's definitely impossible. What should we do? What worries me is not knowing if he even knows the meeting time. That too. 12:47 a.m. Okay. So Luffy's hopping up. Cat's still on the ground. Hold on. Let's go back really quickly. So page 7. Looks like... I don't know. I can't tell if Katakuri's attack connect or not. But it looks like Katakuri definitely got hit. Yo, this is... I don't like how this was done. Because it's like... It's... Ugh. Hold up. So, wait. Hold up. Let's go back. So, on page 8 or page 7... That's 12:37 a.m. So 10 minutes later at 12:47 a.m., Luffy's good. He hops, boing, huff, huff, huff. Listen carefully, Luffy. The meeting time is 1 a.m. After you knock him down, search for that mirror that leads to Cacao Island. Let's meet up there. What time is it right now? What the fuck? Well, Katakuri still didn't fall on his back. What the fuck is this? This man, yo, this is wild. This is some wild shit. This is some wild shit. This man, like... Will you come back here to defeat Big Mom? Of course, I'm the man who'll become Pirate King. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I was like, that doesn't make sense for him to fall on his stomach. And here he is on his back. So what does Katakuri mean? You're looking pretty far into the future. Yo, Kat is a big dude. That was kind of cringe. That was kind of cringe. Will you come back here to defeat Big Mom? Of course, I'm the man who'll become Pirate King. You're looking pretty far into the future. Spurt. Maybe after a couple of reads it'll change, but it doesn't feel complete. Brother, Big Brother Katakuri. Twig. Is Brule Straw Hat? What foul tricks did you use to Big Brother 2? It seems that Katakuri has been defeated. Unbelievable. Gal, my name is Nozomi. Nozoms. The mysterious saver, Nozoms. I've captured Brule and have been waiting for you in order to help you escape from here. Peckhams, you're safe. Yeah, big bro Pedro sacrificed himself for you guys. I can't let you die here. I see Kakao Island. Sanji. Hey, Luffy hasn't come out yet. Don't get too close to the fleet waiting at the coast. I'll definitely bring Luffy back over to the ship. Does everyone have their weapons ready? He will appear within the next 5 minutes. Now come on out. Straw Hat Luffy. That ain't it. That ain't it. Okay. One Piece chapter 896. We got Katakuri Falls, Nozoms. That ain't it, man. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't feel I don't know, like at that moment after Luffy comes back out, it'd have been cool to have like a mano a mano fight. As far as the story, I'm glad it's progressing. That ain't it. Not a good end to a fight. But okay. Let's have a quick discussion. I want to see how people feel about it really quickly. Then we're gonna end this. I don't know. Let me see what the chat's saying. That ain't it. You read it too fast. I'm definitely gonna read it a few times before I go to bed. Well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta make a video. Something big is definitely happening in 900. I waited all this time for this bullshit. Brago is disappointed like 70% of the time. Am I? Is Cat still a GOAT villain, Brago? I never said Cat was a goat villain at all. That's not a good ending, but the chapter still was good. That ain't it, bro. I'm gonna see how people feel about it really quickly, man. Let me see if people want to jump in. If nobody wants to jump in, then you know. Oh, I don't know. Fake spoilers are better than this. It was a draw though. The Fervent Psycho said, "I don't know how to feel." You wanted more Snake Man. Imagine how Cole would react. I like how Luffy threw the hat on Katakuri's face to hide his secret. The end was very poetic. I think Sanji's fight will end the arc. Hey, yo, Brago, can I jump in? Yo, hit me on Twitter, bro.
What's up? Yo. What's up, my niggas?
Yo. What's up, guys?
What's up, Brago?
What's poppin', man? What's poppin'?
Hey, first we all good. It's all love over here. We straight.
Hey, litty.
Yeah, it's all love. It's all love.
Check the temperature.
Hey, man. How y'all felt about this chapter? This nigga said walk on.
I have this thing called mixed feelings.
Shout out to Black Panther.
The Black Panther.
Oh wow, this nigga, bro. this nigga, bro.
Wakanda forever, you know.
Wait, how you guys feel, man? I'm disappointed.
Mixed feelings.
I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, mixed feelings.
My initial feeling is
feelings.
disappointment. It's it feels incomplete. Lackluster. Like that's it. That's all we get.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were gonna get like a red herring or something. Like, let's say he goes down, and he chases after him afterwards. But like that final thing where he's like, you know, are you gonna come back here to fight Big Mom? It's just like, I don't know, man. Like it's just like to me, it's like the King Cobra worked. Like, you know, it's just like.
But what was it?
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what the King Cobra was like. It just looked exactly like a cobra.
Because all it was, like when we saw the punch, it goes to his midsection, but we don't even see it land the contact. We just see like the after effect of it.
Yeah. Exactly. So look at Katakuri's. I'm like, did Katakuri's connect? Because people saying it didn't. I'm like,
no, it didn't.
Neither.
My bad. Neither one of them. In the way I read it.
Yeah.
No, I think what happens, like I think Luffy's did connect in time before Katakuri's actually did. That's why it shows like the after effect and like the blood splurring out from Katakuri.
It looks like it looks like they both have like debris flying around them. You know what I mean? Or is that blood from around both of them?
I mean, if you look at Katakuri's punch, right, it went over Luffy, and then it was meant to slam down on him, but I think his fist hit the ground first, so it stopped it from hitting Luffy. If you look at it, it looks like a bridge going over him.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
It looked like they both got exhausted at the same time and both just fell out.
I don't know, but the way Katakuri's body looks, it actually looks like he just got hit. But I couldn't.
Yeah, he looked like he got hit.
I gotta look at it again.
This shit looks wild. I'm trying to.
Yeah, because you see blood splattering out of him too, man. Like he got hit, and it's right in the spot where he got stabbed. Yeah. No, saying from Katakuri. Because when you see from Katakuri, you see the blood splattering from the side he stabbed himself in.
But look at the impact for after Katakuri hit Luffy. It seems like something connected.
Maybe a downward strike.
If that's the case, then why not show that, Oda?
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
Come on, man. This is some fairy tale shit.
Bro,
100%. Like Fairy Tail does this all the time. They don't show the impact. They just show the after effect.
Brago, check your DM messages, dude. I sent you the picture. It's right on the far left. I don't know if you saw that at all.
Who is that?
That's
Kyle.
It's Kyle.
Kyle Knuckles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I saw it. No, that's what I'm looking at, bro. So it looks like, I guess it did connect?
Yeah, like Luke connected. It just it's like, I don't want to spoil it, but think of like Fist in the North Star. It's like one of those punches where it's about to connect and it doesn't reach, but the other guy's does and lands the impact.
I wish we saw it connect though.
So
that's the thing, because it's like as a first commander, you know what I mean? Like you got to show these kind of things.
I don't know. Somebody got triggered when I said double KO last week or a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, dude. When I read that, I'm like, okay, they got it's a double KO, and then it's like,
yeah. So then he falls in a fissure, and he crawls out 10 minutes later, And Katakuri is he standing waiting on him to crawl out? Then he's like, "Oh, are you gonna come back to beat Big Mom one day?"
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Like I thought that's what happened, but Dustin and others pointed out to me that when Luffy was climbing out of the hole, Katakuri was still downed at the time.
Yeah, he's just
so, like if you look at the panel where like Luffy reaches his arm out, right?
Yeah.
And then he's falling up, and you see Katakuri in the bottom right, like still on the floor.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden he ended up like towering over him.
Yeah.
That panel of him standing over him was hype as fuck though. I'm not gonna
it
lie.
was.
I thought some shit was about to go down when I read that.
That would have been a cool twist to be like they start fighting again, where Luffy's like, "Oh shit, again?" You know what I mean? But he just asks him, "Are you gonna come back later?" What does that mean? What are we doing?
Will I see you again? Will I see you?
Are you gonna call me? You gonna call me?
You gonna call me?
Call me, right?
Round 2.
It's like Katakuri is like, "Are you gonna come back and save? Are you gonna come back and save me?"
He's gonna say the
this?
fight starts now.
And then Luffy's straw hat. Is that Luffy's straw hat on his chest?
So basically, he had another half prior from like the wedding and stuff. So he took to cover up the straw hat. So he put
the
that
hat over his straw hat. Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be damaged from the fight.
Wait, so why is it on his face?
Yeah, why did
he covered his mouth? You know that the
Come on,
yeah, it covers his mouth. Yeah,
listen, man.
Yeah,
cover his
mouth,
mouth so they don't look at his face after.
Bro, then that defeats the whole purpose of this entire fight.
Brago, can I say it please one time, fam?
Go ahead, bro.
This chapter was absolute garbage, bro.
Oh my!
Brago, I told OV this before. I was like, I'm not about to argue with you niggas about Big Mom. I still believe what I believe, but I can't argue it because how the chapter looks. So I'm gonna just stay quiet on that front. Y'all niggas can say what y'all want.
Yeah, I know. I called him.
But take away what everybody wants. How this arc ends. If I just thought that they were gonna escape the whole time, this is still absolute fucking garbage. The way you built this fucking fight up and do this shit like this.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. So one thing. Luffy's been fighting Katakuri, and Katakuri, his whole tone shifted after he realized, let me be myself, and throwing away the jacket, and it's him just accepting who he is. And now Luffy throwing the hat to cover his face at the end. Nothing has changed then. If he puts back on his scarf and he goes back to the Big Mom Pirates, what's changed? What was the point of that development for Katakuri?
Someone's gonna need to find him though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that was just...
What the fuck is that?
What's that Raspberry show with his kids? A little cartoon?
This is Macho Luke. Nacho Luke. What,
bro?
He pulled the noose off, man.
Beckham's was the worst part of the
This nigga
chapter.
says Nakums. He shows up as Nazums.
Yeah, it's a Usopp. It's Usopp back in the job.
It was the worst part of the chapter, hands down.
Okay, first of all, they acknowledge that Brûlé is the most important factor here. They're like, we would do this. We would capture Brûlé and do this with Brûlé. Why the fuck haven't you been looking for Brûlé?
No, she's been hiding out, man.
How does Nazums snatch Brûlé?
Nazums.
Oda been losing his mind.
Well, the thing we're taking into account
is fucking garbage.
Oda been losing his mind.
And bro, that's not the worst part. What made me like literally roll my eyes? Even if Gold the Roger walked out the mirror.
Yeah. No, they were talking mad shit, bro.
Like, bro, this guy with 1%.
They were talking mad shit.
Like, come on.
Oh my
Oda
god.
forgot how to write hype this actually.
Nah, man. Like,
It was just... Never mind.
That was this is.
But the only thing I can say with the whole the Peckham's thing. I mean, now for Pedro too. Pedro, I mean, hopefully this confirms like he's dead. Like him saying this now, like, but at the same time, it's like that's.
I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What was the point of Pedro turning into Nazums? I'm trying to figure that out.
I mean, unless it's like he doesn't want him to know it's him, but it's like
Bro,
your body structure, bro.
If
like,
you're carrying a Big Mom family member in your, no matter what you have on, you're an enemy.
Bro, the fake spoilers made that part so funny, bro, because they said the Messiah. Like, oh, that nigga the Messiah.
They didn't reveal who he was. They didn't reveal wwho he was. They didn't say it was Peckham's.
It just said Messiah Nazums.
Oh.
That's funny as fuck.
Oh my god, I can't believe.
I was gonna hold on.
No, go ahead, Kyle.
No, I was gonna say, what did you guys think of the whole Sanji pudding scene where he's like, "Oh, I'm glad that you're my fiance."
Random. The same shit we've been seeing the entire arc. I didn't
see that. See, when she said about the last request, I thought when she's taking a cigarette out, I was like, wait, what's she gonna do? Is she gonna kiss him or what?
Yes.
What's gonna go down?
Oh, take me with you?
So that's
No, she gonna,
Unless change
gonna
the
kiss-
memories or something. I don't know.
It's simple, bro. It's a love story.
Hey, but hey, shout out to Sanji though. He was looking like that dude from Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed.
he
bro,
was.
with
He
that
was looking
garb on.
clean.
That dude from Assassin's Creed.
Honestly,
he was.
this is not what
He
I mean.
was.
I know
He was.
Sanji's like the covert guy. That's like his thing now. That's like his niche.
Yeah.
Nigga, he's been that way. What do you mean now?
It's been his thing.
No, I know, I get it. But what I'm saying though,
Alright, just saying, making sure no one's sleeping on top.
I did. But the thing is, he didn't do anything.
Exactly.
Because he's waiting. He's covert.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
yeah. Oh, Brago Rogersbase is in the chat. He said he's dying to know what you thought.
A lot of
Great
this chapter was really bad.
Absolute. Ooh, my nigga Brago, bro. Absolute garbage, Roger. Roger said it's the best chapter of the year.
No, he didn't.
No, he probably did. Probably did. Knowing him, he probably did.
Nah, he did. He did.
Oh,
He
yes.
said it was good though.
Yes, Roger, he didn't like it.
I felt like the ending of the fight, they don't show the impact, or it's super vague. The Luffy Katakuri thing, like if he falls out for 10 minutes and he crawls back out the hole, Katakuri's waiting for him, and then he asks him if he's gonna come back and fight Big Mom later. Like Luffy climbing out reminds me
Like
of
he wants him
that
to.
that Kaido scene. When Kaido climbed out of that hole, I'm like, okay.
Like Katakuri
Wait, so
can't wait
Luffy's
until he
not
comes
alone
back
now?
to solo his mama.
Yeah.
Katakuri said, "Help me, Luffy, son. Rescue me."
Bro, my thing, I'm not trying to like go too far, but like if let's say they just escape in the next 2 to 3 chapters,
Yeah.
then why make this arc this freaking
long, yeah.
long?
The only thing I can say is unless a third party comes in and like that's what extends it. Like again, the Marines or some shit. But even then, it's like, yeah. The only thing is like I don't know. Like would it warrant to be that long, like almost 100 some chapters, if you're gonna like have them come in when they could come at any point, like after the wedding? You know.
So what were the best parts of the chapter? I guess the Sanji part was.
The Sanji bit was nice.
That was good, yeah.
Because I'm like, okay,
Nice.
Sanji's already there.
It was nice when you consider what it may lead to.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Brago, the split moment on where Katakuri towers over Luffy was kind of hype to me. So I
That was the
That
best
was
part of the
because
chapter.
at that
was the
point
best
I'm like,
part.
oh shit, they're about to go in again. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Hey, I can't lie. I can't hype up too much, but the Stuzzy stuff, man. Listen,
Dusty.
Laz,
Dude,
Laz,
when I
you
saw
still,
her, I'm like,
you still holding on to that
that's
theory,
like-
Laz.
I
The
still-
Buster
bro,
Call?
Chapter 900, huh?
I don't know if they got enough time for that, bro, but I hear you.
Chapter 900? What's happening, man?
All right.
If Katakuri's out right
4
now,
chapters
hey,
is more
man,
than
I'm
enough
pacing.
time.
What did you guys? Oh, I'm sorry.
You say
So
they have
what did you
enough
guys think
time
of
to
the-
have like a whole Buster Call arc?
That's more than enough.
What's it
time.
do? It
Come
can
on.
happen.
What did you guys think of the little Capone part? The thing about tossing the cake.
Didn't care.
I didn't even
Uh,
catch that. I didn't even catch that, bro.
Yeah, they need to bomb her,
Don't you
man.
think
Like,
I don't think that was too important.
Yeah, because he
I
said,
didn't catch
okay, basically they're saying like, okay, should we just throw the cake off the ship? He's like, don't falter now. We've come this far.
they're not going to do that. Come on now.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I
hope they do that.
Attention.
And
Yeah.
then they kind of telegraphed the whole Luffy thing because they're like, you know, Luffy doesn't know anything about the mirror world. Like, what is he gonna do? Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay.
This nigga said he's gonna wait.
Yeah, that's completely false, right?
I like how I don't like how they suddenly don't have faith in Luffy. Like
All of a
they got
sudden.
him now.
All of a
Like,
sudden.
all of a sudden, like,
All of a sudden, there's like, oh, does he know? What did they say?
Does he even know what time?
Does he know what time he's supposed to meet? What?
like that nigga Jinbei was like, I doubt he'd be the type of person to consider Brulee's weaknesses. Like, come on, bro.
I don't know.
You basically calling this nigga dumb? Like, come on, bro. This
I
your
mean,
character.
Do y'all still think he's coming out of that big ass mirror?
I think he is. But
They hyping it too much, bro.
I
They
don't
all
think-
wait
I don't
right
think
in
he
front of the
is.
mirror.
the only thing is like, where did Pedro come from?
I don't
If he had
think he's
another
coming out of
mirror,
the
that means there's
mirror.
another
Yeah.
entrance.
Because where did
Peckham's would have had to come from somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah,
ain't no way they just let him walk through the mirror. Like, come on. man.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
wait,
there's another
people are
entrance that he
saying
found.
Luffy doesn't know how the mirror world works though. Didn't Luffy was fucking running in and out of the mirror with Brule?
He was.
Yeah,
He
bro.
was-
But that's more Brule.
he was taking
showing-
vacations
He
with
knows
Brule.
exactly how it works.
He knows
And
how.
if you
it
don't know
works.
exactly how it works, he got
Bro,
97%.
he had that whole moment. Remember when he shut his mouth when Katakuri was beating him, and then he like the mirror broke, and he was trying to tell Nami. He put on that whole face.
That Nami.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he knows how the mirror world works, and then he even had it in the Seducing Woods. He's had multiple interactions in the mirror with the mirror world. Like he should know how it works by now. So I'm not sure what that was about.
Wait. Hold up a second though. Are we gonna talk about this line?
Which one?
because we got to get into detail with this. Someday, will you come back here to defeat Big Mom?
Yeah, I mean,
will it come back to Hoki's Island?
My purpose is like, why is Katakuri asking that?
Is it to show that foreshadow that we're gonna come back, or is it to say that Big Mom will not fall, or what is it showing?
I mean, I think it's foreshadowing like a rematch, but I'm like, why do you ask that?
Because I think at that point he'd already resigned himself to losing. That's probably why.
Yeah, I'm asking you because I want that question.
I think I've been joking about it for a little while, but I'm actually believing it now. Like, why would he ask that question unless he looking at Luffy as the future? Like, he actually believed that this nigga Luffy gonna become Pirate King. He believed in this nigga dream. If he wasn't Big Mom's son, he would be the new Straw Hat.
Did you catch the line right after that? You're looking pretty far into the future.
If he wasn't Big Mom's son, he'd be the new Straw Hat.
He'd be the next Straw Hat, bro. Like, look at this nigga. Look at what this nigga been saying. Look at how his personality changed because of Luffy. Like, that's Straw Hat material.
But he says you're looking pretty.
Yeah, Luffy put his Straw Hat on like fucking.
Just like he did Nami.
Well, it wasn't a Straw Hat though. Like, huh?
Yeah, but what is his Straw Hat?
It wasn't the Straw Hat.
It wasn't Straw Hat.
No, yeah, it's still in his back.
That was covering the Straw Hat, basically. Yeah.
Still trash.
This guy.
I mean, is it not? Is it not trash?
I don't see a problem with him covering. I don't see a problem with him covering his mouth.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
It's not. It's not just a simple action of him covering his. They got niggas with sights on the way to. I didn't even see all that shit.
Yeah.
But it's not the simple. It's not the simple action of him doing it. It's everything that this fight was and was built up to be and how it ended. That's what make that shit trash.
He's just helping a nigga
and then
out,
it's like it wasn't even impactful when Katakuri fell. Like they've been hyping up Katakuri falling on his back the longest, and that shit wasn't even impactful when he fell on his
because
back.
Because it literally felt like Katakuri, he gets up, right? First he falls on his stomach. I'm like, okay. So then he gets up. Then it's like he threw himself on his back. Like finally, I can go on my back.
That's another thing, bro. Like he wanted to fall on his back.
Like he wanted to fall on his back.
Come on.
What is that?
That nigga would be a Straw Hat, like I said, if he was not Big Mom's son.
This nigga Peckham shows up in a Nacho Libre mask and
Nazums. No, he's now Nazums, bro. Nazums. That's
someone.
Nazums. Man, Oda got to stop it, bro.
The Nazem things go back to Usopp, bro, with the Soga King. That's what it was.
Yes, that's what it is.
Oda got some explaining to do. That's what Oda got to do.
They did it, Gangster Gastino. Like, nigga should have stopped at Gangster Gastino, bro.
Gastino is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, watch.
Yeah, I like Gastino, but he should have stopped it there.
Nah, Nazem's gonna be lit though in the anime watch.
I would
it
like
probably is, but I just felt like
it's
it's just not here. Not right now.
Yeah, I feel you.
Did anyone like the Madara camo?
Yeah. It's always tough to see my nigga Madara.
At the beginning.
I mean, where they talk about
he the fifth world's strongest swordsman.
Where they're saying the way he can get out of this. They're saying how he can get out of it. Yeah, big sister Brûlée.
Yo, the niggas on the top of the mirror on the last page look fucking.
The sights and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I mean, they're not gonna do anything, but they look hype as fuck. I'm just saying.
Hey, what's the chances that Sanji's gonna solo all those guys that are there?
Sanji says if Luffy isn't able to lose them as soon as he comes out, it'll be the end for the both of us.
Wait, so what's the last request? She asking to kiss this nigga?
Either that.
She's gonna kiss him,
because I doubt we saw them. We saw them after that, didn't we? Like that wasn't the last panel that we saw Sanji.
It was just Sanji, I believe.
Sanji by himself after, yeah.
Because I can't imagine Sanji would be sitting there all cool like that after Pudding kissed him.
I mean, what if she swapped his memories and she's gonna plan something to like allow him to go in there to get Luffy out? So she uses herself as like a decoy. And he was really hesitant to do it, so she would switch his memories around to go with her plan.
No, what if she kissed him and then took it out of his memory right after?
That's possible.
Yeah,
that's wild. That's wild and unnecessary to me. Like what? Why are you kissing him then?
I know this is probably pushing it a lot, but one thing I was really hoping for was seeing the return of Germa 66.
Yeah. I was hoping. I was hoping
we
might be next one.
Oh, they say you seen him.
No.
I was like, damn, I was really not paying attention after that trash.
No, it's not like that.
But the thing is,
I thought you have Peckham say, oh man.
Yeah, what's wild about this is like if Luffy comes back, he's not fighting Katakuri.
He's not Big Mom. He asked to fight.
He's not the one fighting Katakuri. It's not going to be a rematch.
I don't know, man.
Like after fighting Kaido and the growth versus Kaido, Katakuri want no parts of Luffy after that.
I mean, with Hockey blooming, bro. Like if Hockey's blooming, if he fight Kaido,
first of all,
who gonna be able to fool with this nigga?
If Luffy's Hockey's blooming like this versus Katakuri, when these niggas fight Kaido, I don't know.
Who gonna be fooling with this nigga Luffy after Kaido, bro? Like, come on now.
Blackbeard.
I guess. But who making this Hockey bloom?
Who Blackbeard? Blackbeard about to fight Shanks. Blackbeard about to roll up on other people, man. Blackbeard about to be pulling.
Kid's gonna go and get its head.
Yeah, Kid. Wait. Kid getting.
Yeah,
whose head?
Kid's gonna get Shanks. Kid, don't do that.
Kid? Nah, bro.
Kid's gonna go there and kill Shanks, man.
Nah, bro. Nah, the Blackbeard.
Okay, so how do y'all view the outcome of the fight as far as who won? Like, do y'all like say Luffy won? Was it a draw?
Luffy won.
Luffy won the fight, man.
Luffy won, yeah.
He won in a trash ass way, though.
I mean, but Luffy failed and Katakuri was still standing.
No, Katakuri was not still standing. Katakuri was on the ground.
They both fell at the same time, and then when they got back up, Katakuri fell.
Yeah. Well,
they both fell. They both got back up.
Luffy fell in the hole, and Katakuri is still standing.
Yeah.
No, Katakuri fell too. I don't see the panel when Katakuri's on the ground.
No,
yeah, he fell to the. Yeah, he fell down.
Who fell first? Who fell first?
Luffy fell through the hole, and then Katakuri.
Doesn't really matter who fell first. Though. Look who's the last person standing. That's what it matters.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I guess, but if you take time to let a nigga get back up, come on now.
You see, they both. Did you miss the panel where they both on the ground?
No, I'm talking about before that, Dustin. Okay, like because Luffy fell through the hole.
What page is
Luffy fell through the hole because his man ran out, and then Katakuri collapsed afterwards.
Katakuri collapsed as he was looking down in the hole.
Yeah,
he fell. Luffy's on the ground with his eyes whited out. Okay,
so they're both out cold,
and then Luffy hops up.
Yeah, this is like literally
Katakuri's still on the ground.
Sasuke
like some Rocky
it's like
shit.
Sasuke and Naruto, but this time Naruto woke up and like, yo, am I going to be able to chase you again? Like,
as soon as Luffy hopped out the hole, Katakuri standing over this nigga, bro.
Yeah, but when Luffy hops out the hole, you see Katakuri still down on the ground.
Yeah, while he's climbing out the hole, Katakuri's still out cold. Then he looks up, sees Katakuri standing over him. So at that point, they're both up. But then Katakuri drops.
Katakuri
drops again.
Luffy won.
Yeah, Luffy won that.
Most trash way possible.
It's kind of trash, but hey, what is it? It is what it is.
What would you guys rate the fight completely out of 10, like from start to finish?
That's gonna be tough, man.
5.
That's difficult. Yeah,
so it's not better than Lucci, right?
No, of course not.
Yeah,
because the Luffy Lucci fight had the emotional aspect added to that.
I gotta talk to King.
Yeah, the Lucci.
The last.
Just saying this was better than Lucci fight. That was like straight up just jumping to conclusions off the bat.
Yeah,
that was.
I feel like the last chapter was.
The last chapter might have been.
The last chapter was like it was great. It was the best.
You said the last chapter. Oh my bad, Brago.
It was the best exchange I think in One Piece. Like
it's honestly the best I've seen Luffy go in on an opponent because he was literally like unrelenting on a nigga. So.
Are you, Scape? You are over exaggerating that exchange. He only got like 3 or 4 hits on Katakuri in that exchange.
I thought they both got 6.
No, I'm not talking about the fucking hits. I'm talking about him trying to hit him. I'm talking about him trying to hit him.
Because he hit Lucci way harder and cleaner in the entire fight.
But what we're saying is that exchange alone was amazing.
I'm not talking about the exchange of blows. I'm talking him attempting to exchange the blows. I'm talking about him pressuring him that entire time.
Yeah.
So basically, you're talking about when a nigga at the free throw line, he does all that shit before he takes a shot?
No, what do you want?
we said him trying to attempt. So when the nigga goes to the free throw line, he's doing all the pre-ritual shit.
He's talking about Luffy's mentality during the fight. The fact that he was relentlessly attacking.
Like he was like Black Mamba. He was like covering.
He was going in that entire time. Like
yes.
Did you not watch the Lucci? Okay, I don't want to get into that. I'm sorry.
Nigga, I watched the Lucci fight. I'm a fucking One Piece fan. I understand. I'm just saying this is the most he's gone in a fucking fight.
Nah, I don't think so.
Like I said, that exchange with Luffy and Katakuri, I think that was beautiful.
I agree because even like the panels where he was using Black Mamba, right, where he jumped up to use Black Mamba and he had all the smoke behind him and shit.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
I thought that was sick.
He was taking like.
But how this ended, this fight, that ain't it.
Would you?
I'm not feeling it.
So would you not say this is the best fight since the time skip then?
No, the best fight since the time skip, I think, is like Law versus Smoker.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's up there.
Frankie and Senior Pink is better than this to me.
Yeah, that's an underrated fight.
Nah.
Senior Pink,
Actually,
we got a clear winner. We had bitches.
Oh well.
I guess a point. He has a point.
The bitches do take it up a little bit.
Steve-O.
He has a point.
I don't know. I gotta see it. We gotta see it animated. We gotta see how they do that.
Yeah, I wonder how it would be animated compared to how we've read it. Because obviously you've got the music and all that as well added. So it'd be nice to see.
How they ended it and how it started, it's not. No.
Are you manga fans asking for the anime's help to help?
Yes.
You guys
But that's the thing, though. I can imagine the anime doing it all long and drawn out and shit with like Luffy running around the mirror world just dodging for like a good 3 fucking minutes.
That's exactly what happened in the manga.
Yeah, I know, but in the anime, it's just gonna look even worse.
Saying Dofi versus Luffy and Law, that was okay. That was rather short.
I feel like there should have been more of an exchange before Gear 4.
Before Snake Man?
I feel like there should have been more exchanges.
I'm talking about Dofi.
Dofi. Okay.
Yeah.
And in order for that fight to be compared to this one, because I don't think it was enough.
It was the 2v1. The 2v1
when they were going at each other. Yeah.
It kind of took away from the fight for me.
Like there were some instances where the choreography was on point. But, like I said, I don't think it was enough.
And then after he went Gear 4th, then he beat the shit out of Doflamingo. Then Doflamingo comes back, Luffy runs out, and it's like Luffy running around. And it's like, come on, man. Like that just takes away from the fight. It takes away from the fight. But yeah, I think the Smoker and Law fight is one of the best. Other than that, this hasn't been many.
Sheepshead versus Sanji.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to Zoro versus Hody Jones.
Zoro. Oh, okay. I forgot about that fight. I mean, there hasn't been that many fights post time skip that's been great.
Up to the ante.
The great ones get off screen, like Snack versus Arouge.
The Luffy versus Cracker fight started great.
You know, it's not that many fights because the Straw Hats haven't even got no fights except for Luffy.
Yeah.
Luffy really the only one that got fights.
All is disrespecting.
Wait. Yeah, hold on. They're saying this Law versus Smoker is probably better. They said Hassan said this is garbage. Yeah.
How do y'all feel about Big Mom not eating the cake yet, though? How do y'all feel about that?
Big Mom got cake.
More trash.
At the same time, she shouldn't be eating the cake. Because, like, if you're trying to kill this bitch, man, why are you gonna like try and give her the cake? Let her starve to death, man.
I'm just like, why? I mean, I guess they're trying to hold off on that, but
Now I really don't think it's gonna work. Like after what they just did with this Katakuri shit, and then they let the cake work.
I'm low-key glad that they didn't give her the cake yet, though, because now they can actually focus solely on that instead of switching back and forth between the fight.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm kind of glad they did that.
I mean, if they would have gave her the cake this chapter, then we could focus on anything else.
So let's.
But they switch back and forth between Luffy, is he popping out of the mirror or not, and Big Mom getting the cake.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather just those two things than have to deal with like the fight as well. Yeah.
Hey, JB says for the chapter is lackluster, so.
JB's. Shout out to JB's.
Shout out to JB's, bro.
Oh, come on.
What? So Katakuri got hit less than 10 times and lost. Well, from what?
From exhaustion.
I'm
still trying to see where y'all say he got hit because I don't see it.
From what we see,
I see the hockey stuff. I see the hockey stuff.
We don't see him get hit, but
as you see, it's
like
like
the way his body looks, it looks like he got hit.
It's like the fist is coming back, like the recoil for it. You see it coming out from the wound.
Do you think?
I mean, he could have took some hits off screen too, for all we know.
Yeah, shout out to the off screen, man.
Nigga off screen, the end of the fight.
That's
no, you're talking about throughout the fight.
Throughout
I guess I'm like, so the last chapter ends off with like, okay, who won? And then the beginning of this chapter, you don't show us like I guess concrete evidence of like it connecting. Like, why not? Why?
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I was expecting actual clutch the Dice Mochi and just love tap him. That was kind of weird.
Is Luffy's hand much bigger than it was normally?
Yeah, it looks to me. I thought that.
So that's what King Cobra is then. The fact that his hand gets slightly bigger.
His knuckle gets bigger. Like he pushes his knuckle out.
So it looks like
that's the difference between that and the normal Jet Cobra.
Oh, so I think they both got hit, and Katakuri he's just raising his arm up after getting hit.
Yeah,
if you look at the way his hand is arcing over Luffy, his fist hit I think Luffy literally dodged it somehow.
Do you think so?
Like Katakuri missed it. I don't know.
But I kind of see what Brago's saying because you see blood dripping off Katakuri's hand, like he just lifted it up.
So it's like
he had to dodge it because if he didn't dodge it, he would have got stuck.
Because you know what I'm saying. Like why wouldn't Katakuri smash him into the ground like he usually does? If he
that is true. He would have got stuck.
Yeah,
this is sticky mochi. Remember that. So
I don't know. The stickiness has kind of been inconsistent, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
with this attack
chapter,
specifically, it's a sticky attack.
Exactly, with the exact same attack too. In the very last chapter, I don't think Oda would just throw it out the window like that again.
Bro, Oda threw the attacks out the window.
Yeah, he did.
I don't like.
And then, like, why clearly show both of their attacks coming up short?
Maybe
No, I don't think.
Maybe he revisits it and he shows us what happens.
Luffy didn't get hit.
Another time.
Maybe.
But that would be so like why?
Yeah, that'd be trash. Like, why would you revisit it and not just visit it the first time?
Why
would you do that?
Why not visit it the first time?
Actually, I don't know though, because if we look at the panel to the right, you see like the whole floor is broken around where that attack was, right? Is that from the first Dice Mochi or is that from this one?
This is from this one.
Bro, Oda is fucking.
I don't fucking know, man.
Because how Katakuri's hand is, it looks like it definitely went over Luffy. That's why it's overlapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like he hit him, and he's raising his hand back up because he got hit as well, and it's kind of like they're just standing there.
That's it.
So
I think what also gave it away to me was when you look at the top two pictures, it looks like Katakuri did get hit, and when you look at Luffy where it's just him staring, it looks like you can see he dodged it sort of thing. Yeah.
Katakuri looks weak in that panel, and then Luffy looks like he's intent on hitting this nigga, bro. Like,
but the thing is, Luffy's eyes, they never lose their will. So I don't know if that's kind of trying to accentuate that, but I don't know.
That panel with his eyes did look kind of dope.
He goes wide-eyed.
Yeah, I'm talking about before he goes wide-eyed.
We're talking about we're still on page 7.
Oh, 7?
Yeah. Above the panel where Katakuri looks like he's been hit, you see like Luffy staring him down, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then when you look above that, it looks like Katakuri seems like he's just taking a hit, whereas Luffy doesn't look like he's taking a hit.
And then like Brago said, like it looks like he's slowly raising his arm.
So right now, boy. It looks like where it's retracting, it looks like his body's like hunched over where he's got a hit, because it looks like he's looking down towards the floor rather than at Luffy. So that's what I'm saying.
I wonder if I'm gonna enjoy this more animated.
Maybe.
I hope so. I don't think I will though.
I've enjoyed more stuff from like the anime what comes to Whole Cake Island compared to how the manga did it.
To be honest, yeah, they've been doing a good job with a lot of Whole Cake Island stuff. They've been adding a lot of details that I kind of appreciate.
Or did I expect too much from this?
I think so, just because of the exchange itself. We're expecting like a bloody fight going on and stuff, and just kind of like, I think just because we're trying to look for something that was going to match the enjoyment we have with Luffy versus Lucci, when we forget that fight's not just known for its amazing exchange, it's for the emotional aspect that it had. And for this one, it's not really more of an emotional aspect. That's supposed to be like, I got to get by you to get the hell off this island. That's all the whole fight was supposed to be about.
Yeah.
I mean, you
didn't expect too much, bro.
Because we're overhyping.
The stakes are pretty high. I mean,
I mean, Oda built this fight up. Like, no,
come on, bro.
Brago didn't expect too much. We did not expect for this fight to end so fucking inconclusively.
Yeah. Oh well, it's been going for 18 chapters. So like to have it like this after all that time, like.
This chapter was great. This is the best fight in One Piece.
This nigga here.
Oh no!
Hold on.
Oh man.
Yeah, go ahead, Ty. Wait, before you go, like the stream people. But Ty, go ahead. Why do you think this is the best chapter?
It seems like hold on. It seems like the energy in here. It's like if y'all just, I mean, like, and y'all all like talking about like who did what and why y'all lost and stuff like that. But so I did a live reaction or whatever like that, and because I wasn't gonna do a live reaction, but I did do one the week before that, so I'm like, you know what, let me keep it up. It doesn't make sense to not complete it or whatever like that. But the chapter, I mean the title, which was Last Request, right? I was wrong about it, but it made me seem like Luffy was gonna be like yo, one last request, Katakuri, you know what I mean? Like you'll probably beat me, but one last request, let me do this and it'll be a better fight or something like that. Or I thought it was gonna be Katakuri being like, hold on, Luffy, before you kick my butt, let me drink tea one more time. You know what I mean? Like some kind of crazy last request, which made it interesting. And every chapter, I mean, every page was interesting to me. It was never a boring page. Sanji got all fly and stuff like that. Like everything was interesting and stuff. And then the fight, again, the artwork is great and everything that happened and stuff. And it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, and this chapter, right, was the only chapter, because I've been saying Luffy was going to win from the start, and not on some because he's the main character, so just because of how the beginning of the fight went. in the exchange of blows and the evasion that Luffy did and everything. Like, Luffy did too much too early. That's not how he loses. So I could already tell that. But the thing about this chapter, this was the first chapter or the only chapter where I was like, hold up, it's a tie? Luffy lost? You know what I mean? Like, to me, a tie is not losing, but I'm like, oh, it's not. Like, that's the only moment where I wasn't sure if he actually would win the fight anymore, was this chapter. So Oda did a good job of like making you think that Luffy's not gonna win. And then I couldn't really tell. I don't know if y'all felt that way too. I couldn't really tell with the artwork. Like it looked like Luffy punched Katakuri. Or it looks like Luffy tried to punch Katakuri, but he breathed in and stuck his stomach back or something like that, and the attack didn't go through. You know what I mean from that page?
Yeah.
So I thought Luffy didn't even hit Katakuri. I thought his punch didn't even connect. I wasn't really sure what happened, but I seen that okay, they both hit each other. They was out. I thought Luffy lost. You know what I mean? Or I thought that maybe Katakuri would get up before him or whatever like that. But you see Luffy get up, and I like that Katakuri still got back up. In the whole conversation, that's a crazy conversation. It's like One Piece. The reason why I like the whole chapter is that One Piece is not all about fights, and everything was great from Sanji, from Capone to the whole Luffy and Katakuri conversation that they had. Like that was great. How he was like, "So you're gonna come back and beat Big Mom one day?" Like Luffy's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna become the Pirate King," and Katakuri's like, "You see him pretty far into that future," and then he falls and knocks down. Like that's cool because like I was saying this before that both abilities is very similar, and then the way to feel what somebody's gonna do. The key word is before they do it is still a psychic ability. So Luffy's just feeling it, Katakuri seeing it. And in a way, it's kind of like him saying, and that changed everything. It's not the trash talk anymore. It's not the I'm better than you, you can't beat me. It's like you're seeing pretty far into that future. Pretty much giving Luffy confirmation that like how you feel is correct. You're gonna be the Pirate King. You see that far into the future. Good
that nigga been saying this since chapter 1.
Yeah.
Wait, what you said?
Luffy's been saying he's gonna be the Pirate King since chapter 1.
It doesn't, but
what difference is it now? Nigga always say that shit. You're gonna be the Pirate King. Yeah, I'm gonna be the Pirate King. Nigga always say that shit.
Different. So here's the thing. I don't know like if you understand like what just happened, but it's a difference between Katakuri, someone who can see into the future. Not only can he see into the future a little bit, this guy is all about future sight. That's his main ability. And when he asked Luffy that, and Luffy answered, he said, "You're seeing pretty far into that future." You know what I mean? That's like confirmation that like.
Nah, you can't be serious, bro.
No, I am serious. When Luffy, so it's a difference, is what I'm trying to say. Like when Luffy going to become the pirate, it's like, so what, shut up, you got growing to do, you got a lot of work to do, no you're not, shut up, whatever, you know what I mean? But when he says it in front of Katakuri, and Katakuri is like, you're seeing pretty far into that future, and he falls, that's saying like Katakuri, remember when Luffy said he was going to beat Kaido, and Big Mom said you can't beat that thing?
I think what you're trying to say is that Katakuri started to believe it, right?
Yeah.
Katakuri acknowledgement from Katakuri.
Acknowledgement, yeah.
Katakuri could have been like, you got no shot beating Big Mom. You know what I mean? Like, he could have said some funny. Katakuri was like,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. He was like, yo, you're seeing pretty like okay, you're gonna beat Big Mom. You're gonna become the Pirate King. Like, yo, get stuff in it, and then he falls. So like it's like now that's like sort of like he pretty much verified like how Luffy felt, and it's cool that like because it's more to it. This fight, this chapter was more like mental in a way, because like I'm trying to see how I could describe it. A lot of people thought Luffy would surpass him in observation. That did not happen, but his observation got close enough to help him win. But at the same time, what did happen, while he didn't pass him in future sight, he passed him in
Katakuri wasn't serious about Luffy actually seeing the future.
No, Brago. That's not the point of it. The point of it is that look, hold on. It's a tricky thing that happened. So I'm not saying that Katakuri saying that like because Luffy's not seeing into the future. Luffy's feeling it, right? He can feel things.
Luffy's feeling that he's gonna be Pirate King?
Yeah, and
feeling into the future.
He's been feeling that way since chapter 1.
But it's different though. But here's the thing.
Ow!
All right. It's different because let's say that this is like pretty much this is like this is pretty much like the game before the playoffs or something like that.
Oh man,
I don't know what you're talking about.
And Kobe.
I thought this was a championship game.
And Kobe. Well, no, because Big Mom's a big deal.
Finals.
Yeah. Big Mom's a big deal. But Katakuri was the next best thing. So this is like this is like Kobe being better yet. This is like all right. This is like back in the day, like the Bulls or whatever like that, and some new player beat Scottie Pippen in a 1v1, and Scottie Pippen is like, so you gonna come back and beat Jordan on a 1v1? And the guy's like, yeah. And then Scottie Pippen's like, yo, you want to do it? Yo, you're gonna be the next Hall of Famer. It's more serious now. You know what I mean? Whether like how you like pretty much like you can say stuff like what you say means nothing until you accomplish it. While Luffy didn't accomplish it, Katakuri is that type of character that for him to agree with Luffy.
Okay, so Ty, you're basically saying that Katakuri is acknowledging Luffy and saying he's not all talk anymore, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And it's a big deal because remember when Puddin told Luffy that Katakuri never lost before, and Sanji said, "Well, he'll get his first loss."
Yo, Sanji.
So
Sanji sees it to the future now, though.
When you're on a crew, you're very.
You need to stop trying to stir shit, bro.
Yeah,
you need to stop.
Y'all just hate on Sanji. Y'all can suck my dick.
Hey yo, like the stream, people. We ending in like 10 minutes, but
Luffy impressed Katakuri so much. He said, like you're gonna come back and beat my captain and become the pirate. Like good stuff.
That's
man.
wild.
Yeah.
That's wild for you to say, yo, come back and be my captain, bro.
Yo, come back and save me like you did, Rob.
What is this?
No. I know. Like I thought he was gonna be like
Ty, you're okay with that?
Yeah, because hold on.
This is the thing. This is the thing. Like shit like that makes it seem like okay, it's obvious that Luffy's the main character. Like what type of shit is that?
No,
it's like you don't tell this guy, oh, are you gonna come back and fight Big Mom? No, why? That's not you shouldn't care about that shit.
Yo, Brago, why would you be that kind of hater? You know what I mean? Like, why would you be the kind of hater that like you know?
Bro, how this fight was built up and the way Katakuri was presented, and then when this nigga supposed to fall on his back, the shit's not impactful, and on top of that, the nigga says you're gonna come back and defeat Big Mom, right? Like the nigga wants him to do it.
No.
So how is Katakuri gonna even play a factor in that scenario? Nigga gonna be working from the inside, and now we gonna get his help when we come back next time instead of Capone?
Now you putting words in his mouth.
I'm asking you. No.
He didn't say you're gonna come back and be Big Mom. He said he asked him. So hold on. Keep in mind, right, that while y'all are mad, all he did was ask. Like he already got his butt kicked, whether y'all want to accept it or not. But besides that, right? Besides that, he's like, okay.
I know he lost, but he lost in a trash way.
All right. No. But like no foul play, no nothing. Like he really lost. So if he's like, yo, he kicked my butt. Hold on, who's next? You know what I mean? Big Mom would be next. And as far as his crew is concerned, so
they're saying he's saying it from a place of worry. That he's worried about Big Mom.
So basically, the ass whooping that he took, he can imagine like his mom taking the same one, possibly if his like hockey and like just his character and slow and just continues to grow the rapid rate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe his hockey just bloomed and Katakuri was like, "Oh shit, this nigga's going."
I mean, and if he's seeing into the future to the point where like he sees that possibly happening, then like, yeah,
bro, the way he looks right now, Snake Man, it was no point. Like this shit is no point.
No, there was a point to Snake Man.
What? So
try to overwhelm him and keep pressure on his observation hockey.
Oh man, okay.
Another thing too is that it wasn't
asshole, man.
Mom. He
that's what Oda does.
He was just
because Oda does it doesn't make this shit just acceptable, bro.
Wait, can I ask you guys a point? You were saying there was no point. I didn't say it was unacceptable.
There is no point.
There was a point. You just don't accept the point.
I'm gonna reread it a few times to see if see if it feels.
You know what the state,
but.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna reread it a few times to see if it feels different. But right now, it doesn't. I don't feel it.
I like the chapter.
Let me ask you guys this though. You know the state that Katakuri was at before Luffy went Snake Man, right?
Yeah.
If Luffy went into Bound Man and used like King Kong gun or some shit, how do you think that would have played out?
King Kong gun would have
dodged King Kong gun.
Yeah.
But why do you say that?
Because he can see into the future.
No, he's not gonna just stand there and take it. He's
at the same time, the preparation time, I think also is a problem as well. Because Snake Man, it's like we're seeing the attack like has a very fast effect. With King Kong gun, it's like it's a time you have to charge that thing up to go. By that time, Katakuri already has like a plan strategy out to be able to.
He doesn't even need a strategize. You can see him getting knocked
it's just like
okay. I hear that. Do you guys think that there's anything that Bound Man could have done in that final stage though?
Overwhelmed.
The only thing, I'm not Bound Man,
but see, like with Snake Man, it was the perfect to use.
Yeah.
Like Bowman would have been taking a risk. Like he might have won, he might have lost. You know what I mean? Like Bowman would have been too risky.
I think Katakuri he's already seen through Boundman. Katakuri can already see through Boundman.
Yeah, the only thing that would have been dope is like say he's in.
He has a good point right there. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say like the only dope thing would have been is like let's say he's in Snake Man form. You know how you can utilize like you switch into different forms. So let's say he has like the like he goes for like a Kong gun and stuff while he's in Snake Man. You know, like switching up the forms but using attacks from the other forms while he's in. Let's say like he uses an attack from Bowman while he's in Snake Man or something like that. Yeah. So it kind of throws Katakuri off a bit. So let's say like I said before, if that left hand was open, and he decided to go in with a Kong gun to the head. That's switching up from using a form move from your other form while you're in another one to kind of throw him off a bit.
Yo, the chat is killing me. They say, "Come on, Akainu, we ain't running no more."
I guess so, man.
Oh, Brago, your chat, yo.
I've been telling y'all this. I'm like, y'all wanna all of this, like it backtracks to the Admiral. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So JB Jober says, yeah, nothing in the chapter really hit me. The Katakuri stuff was nice. The pudding stuff was my favorite part of the chapter, though. Enjoyed the chapter, not amazing.
That's basically how I feel about this chapter. Really.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I said
it wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it didn't. The impact wasn't there.
It impacted me.
Yeah, I mean the impact. Yeah, I don't feel it either, but I can kind of understand it.
Like
I can sort of understand it.
Like. And I don't know, like y'all not like y'all don't have to be sensitive or whatever like that, but like.
But Ty, you can't get mad because we don't feel it.
Exactly.
No.
You're saying yours.
Even the Ty, Oda did not even show us the final attack, my nigga.
Yeah, if he's shown us how it happens and like we see exactly how King Cobra works.
What do you mean? Go.
We see the after effect, Ty. The
after effect. It's like having a whole arc of these niggas racing, and then we get to the final stretch of the race, and them niggas both stop short of the finish line and collapse.
This so hold on. This fight was better than everything I seen in Dressrosa. So like I don't know.
All right, but it's not better about that.
I feel Brago's vein coming out. He said, "What?"
I don't know about that, bro.
Ultimate instinct.
Like hold on. Cause check this out. Like Fuji versus Sabo was hype, but that didn't get the.
It wasn't a real fight.
That wasn't even a fight, man. It was just like a cock tease. Like
even though y'all complaining, this fight was not. They could have.
Hey man, that prostrate chapter hit me more than this.
It was dragged.
Somebody, this fight was dragged. That's another issue. It was dragged out, and we get like it ended like this. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, that was great. You know what I mean? Like this, this fight ended. This fight ended like another thing with this fight is that like with Katakuri. So Katakuri, he wasn't worried about Big Mom getting beat. He just asked Luffy because it's like, okay, he got beat. Who's next? Big Mom. So he just asked him. Like, keep in mind that this could have went. Check this out. Look, are you gonna come back and Big Mom?
Ty, slow down and explain it because I think you're losing me a little bit. So you're
saying.
Look,
so Katakuri asks a what if scenario, right? Katakuri asks, same thing happens. Katakuri goes, Are you gonna come back and beat Big Mom one day? Luffy responds, oh hell no! You crazy? I barely beat you. I'm good. I don't want no problems with Big Mom.
If Luffy said
no, I mean, of course, Luffy would never say that. Luffy would never say that, right?
No. But I'm saying like he doesn't have to say my words exactly because this is a what if scenario. But I mean like he could have said something like, I'm good. I don't want it with Big Mom. You know what I mean? So Katakuri just acts. Luffy answers. You know what I mean? But what Katakuri did do is that he felt like, you know what? He beat me. He probably has it in him to beat Big Mom in the future. And keep this in mind too. Katakuri already said a couple of chapters ago, if I don't take him out now, he's gonna beat me. If I don't take him out, he's gonna be a threat. Or even the reason why this whole fight started when he was in front of the ship, when they was like, why are you here, Katakuri? And he's like, oh, I'm here just in case. You know what I mean? Like, so he kind of knew what was up with Luffy, he had to stop him before. So all he did was pretty much like a friendship was built in this fight, pretty much. Not a buddy friendship. But
I think it was respect that was gained. But
yeah.
It's just weird where it's like he's about to fall and he says someday will you come back here to defeat Big Mom? Of course, I'm the man who'll become Pirate King. You're looking pretty far into the future. Huh?
Wait, Brago, why did you make it?
What's wrong with that, though?
Huh?
Like, check my live reaction. Because in my live reaction, I put the Naruto music on it, the saddest.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you getting copyrighted for sure.
Yeah, that's a strike.
Probably got content ID claim.
But Brago, think of it like this. All right, like Joy Boy plays Duel Links or whatever like that, right? So
What the fuck?
like
What?
Like
Brago, no, Joy Boy.
I love the way these analogies start.
It is
I know, right?
Joy Boy plays Duel Links.
play the moderate music,
in
man.
the comments, right? So Brago
David Brago walk into a bank.
Brago is like it's like my
He got to
captain.
the bank.
I'm on Brago's duel team, whatever like that. I'm like his best duelist, like that. So me and Joy Boy play each other, right? I'm talking trash, like Joy Boy can't win, whatever, like that. It's a mad good duel. Joy Boy plays the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and he finishes me. And I ask him like, hold on, you gonna come back and you gonna beat Brago?
You're like, what? Like, you'd be like, nigga, why the fuck you care if you come back? Like, no.
Hey, I was gonna say real quick, Brago. Did you see the stuff regarding One Piece Volume 88, the SBS?
I haven't. I saw Dritz was tweeting some shit about it. I didn't actually see it yet, but I saw some interesting information. I saw the smoothies,
Supernova.
like height.
Smoothie's taller than Cat.
Apparently, Doflamingo's escaping Impel Down.
No, apparently he's on route to level 6. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Nah, I saw
You a fanboy,
I'm
yo.
like, damn, man.
Hey, but real quick though, on it for everyone else in the chat, like of course everyone in the stream, like, what are your thoughts on Blackbeard being from Somalia?
That's weird.
Yeah.
I would have just threw that in to fucking fuck with you guys.
I think that guy's a troll, bro. Like,
Oh yeah. So all I think that happened is like, let's say that like if I think like, whoa, Joy Boy played a good duel, he could win the whole championship. You know what I mean? Like, he could be world champion, and he goes, yeah, I'm gonna come back and beat Brago because I'm gonna be the best. I'm just like, whoa, like. You could see, it's just pretty much giving the guy his props at the end.
We get what you're saying. We just don't agree, bro.
yeah.
It was so hold on. It was a man-to-man. So hold on again. Listen, the moment when Katakuri, right, when he got the fatal blow on Luffy because Flampe interfered and he stabbed himself to make it a fair fight still, right? And it was a man-to-man fight. That means that like my ego's gone. Luffy never had an ego to begin with, and Luffy won. So it's just like good job, pretty much. Like some people would say good job. He did it a little bit further and said pretty much like yo, you're on the right track. Beating me ain't easy. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. That's pretty much all he did. What's wrong with that? Does he have to be a hater?
Yeah.
Another thing I was gonna say real quick. Especially.
Go ahead, lad.
Especially the whole thing with Blackbeard as well, because it also said like he's an archaeologist. If like they had to kind of give him a job description, so like. If we're gonna base on that, right? Can we say that like maybe low key at the time, like he might have been trying to learn stuff about the poneglyphs?
I don't know. I think that's reaching.
What's going on?
Know me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean,
so hold on.
It's a weird job title, though.
I don't like the emotional category. Like, yo, that's crazy or whatever like that. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, all right, so
he didn't even acknowledge the fact that this was the first time he fell on his back.
So it was a good fight. Does that really matter?
That was built up the whole time, Ty.
But hold on. So here's the thing. One thing. Hold on. One thing is that like you don't understand the parts of the story that's not all about the fight. One thing is that about him not falling on his back. That was an insecurity. We seen early that Luffy punched him on his back, and he did everything he could do to like not fall on his back and get up. That was an insecure thing. He wore a scarf around his face to be insecure. But after fighting Luffy and everything and stuff like that, and he's making fun of him. He pulls the scarf off and says, "If you're gonna make fun of Luffy, make fun of me too." And
then why does Luffy still cover his fucking his mouth? Why does Luffy still cover his mouth, bro?
No, look, listen, he showed his true self. Like, y'all can see me, whatever. Y'all gonna make fun of both of us. So at this point, when he falls on his back, he doesn't care anymore. Like he doesn't care about that stuff, and he doesn't care what people think. He doesn't care.
So you forgot when he knocked him out with hockey too?
Hold on. Look, he doesn't care that like if people go, brother, you fell on your back. He's not gonna care because Luffy showed him that like you don't have to. Like somebody asked me in the comments. They said that. Do you
reaching, my nigga?
I'm not
reaching, my nigga.
One Piece is not all about fights. If it was all about fights, it would be garbage.
So when we're actually talking about a fight, you say it's not all about fights?
No, One Piece is not all about fights. Keep in mind.
But we're talking about the fight.
No. I'm talking about Katakuri full on his back and being okay with it. I'm talking about Katakuri wearing the scarf to cover his true self. I'm talking about like Luffy made him realize that like, you know, if
you should reword it instead of saying One Piece isn't just about fights. You say it's more than just fights. Instead, people don't understand when you say it like that. So
all right, so
I still don't understand when you said it that way.
I don't think that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that this fight itself wasn't just about the fight. There's more.
Yeah,
to
it was
this
a lot of
fight.
We agree there. There's more about
we
that.
We know.
But what I'm saying is like the attempted, I guess, emotional points they did not connect for me.
How if it connected for me and I enjoyed it.
What do you mean, Ty? Come on, Ty. Ty. Just because it connects for you does not mean it's gonna connect for anyone else.
Yeah, just because you feel like it's
yeah, and I'm like, it connects.
You gotta do it for you, man.
It's like saying I cried when Ace died. Why didn't you cry? No, it doesn't work like that.
No. But what y'all are doing
But
right
Ty, you make it seem like you're offended because we don't feel the same way.
No. Hold on. Not to sound rude, but I don't care how y'all feel about it. Y'all are entitled to your own opinion. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying,
Ty, what I'm saying, that's how your tone is. That's how you're coming off.
Here's how I know. So I came into the stream hype. I'm like, yo, great chapter. And I was like, yo, y'all sound like y'all just lost the playoffs. Like, what happened? I sound that I enjoyed it. So it's not that I'm mad that I can accept that y'all don't like it. All that I'm trying to say is that the world isn't it's like I said, like it's not limited to me liking it. It's not limited to y'all not liking
Ty,
it.
you literally just said it made I felt it. Why didn't y'all?
No. What I'm saying is that, check this out. You put on Twitter, you said, Drake's God plan made me cry, yo, or made me want to cry. You said something like that on Twitter because I seen it. Great video, you know what I mean? Impactful video. It didn't make me want to cry, but I felt it. I'm like, yo, like that's dope right there. Like that's cool. That's emotional right there. But then
I didn't. After somebody said, "Oh, I ain't feel shit," I ain't comment be like, "Nigga, why you ain't feel shit?" I felt it.
No. But to be honest, right? It's like okay, you have to respect that in one type of way or another. He didn't have to do that in either way. And with this fight, you got to respect what Katakuri did. He didn't have to do that. He could have did something else. You know what I mean? Like, it could have went a different way. Like this. He
didn't have to do what?
Yeah. I'm not trying to change any.
What did he have to? What did he didn't have to do?
Look, y'all could all not like the chapter, but everybody in the comments don't let.
He gonna skip over that part, my nigga.
Don't let how they feel impact. Like if you hated the chapter, continue to hate it. Don't let me change your opinion on it.
So what did Katakuri didn't have to? What did Katakuri didn't have to do, Ty?
What could he have done?
No, you said he didn't have to do that. What was it that he didn't have to do?
He didn't have to tell. He didn't have to confirm. Like he pretty much see.
You reaching, my nigga?
He didn't have to tell.
This nigga reaching, bro.
No, I'm not reaching. Here's the thing.
Yes, you are.
So hold on. See, this is the thing. So unfortunately, like it's some heartless people in the stream. This is the category.
Heartless?
See, Ty, you're doing it again. Ty, you're doing it again.
Who's heartless, Ty?
Ty, you're saying because we don't feel the same way, we're heartless.
Hold on. Can I ask a question? Is what I said, is this guilt I'm hearing? Like, am I hearing?
I'm asking you.
It's not guilt. It's not guilt. This is a response to what you're saying.
No,
call y'all, bro.
Hold on. If it don't apply, let it fly. Why did that affect?
Put some names on it, bro.
Yeah. You can't just say.
Put some names on it.
You can't just say a general comment in a group and expect no one to respond.
Put some names.
Hold on.
Weird.
That's like there's some bitches in this room.
Yeah, nigga, who you talking about?
Nah.
Like what?
Nah. Y'all.
Cause like you're trying to sneak this, but like straight this, but still sneak. Like what?
I'm not gonna say that. You know what I mean?
This is something we say to their face. You know?
I don't like cursing. So I'm not if I did say that and people got sensitive about it, that's enough. But this is the categories that they want, right?
What category?
Man, Canada, you know, we do a thing, you know. Yo, you get a copyright, Brago.
I ain't trying to get no copyright, man.
No. I believe he did this before, Brago. Luffy, you stupid! The mirror world will explode! I took precaution! Luffy!
Not necessarily. I would rather him have a comment about the respect between both of them instead of like a comment about Big Mom. Like, just an acknowledgement in that way. But I guess in some way, I guess I'm looking at it differently. But after I reread it a few times, maybe it'll be different.
No,
the thing is, too, I need the next chapter to come out as well. That way, it kind of flows into the next one. Because we're kind of ending off here. It's kind of like one of those, like, you know, it's kind of in a way, this chapter, while it should be a conclusion to the Katakuri fight, is a setup to what's about to transpire next, which is, you know, how they're going to escape from the mirror world, how Sanji's going to try and, you know, help Luffy to get out, and then like whatever I guess is going to happen afterwards to the rest of the Big Mom Pirates, and then, you know, Capone.
I'll say this, with this chapter, I'm gonna watch a lot of reviews and videos to see how people feel about it. To see,
I've got to do my review after this anyway.
I gotta watch Kaio's and Rogers because they had some interesting opinions.
Yeah, I gotta go make a review on this.
It's my well, not my review, my live reaction, because you could tell, you know what I mean? Like I'm not a fake.
You have the camera on?
You could no. I don't have the camera on, but but I'm reading it, right? And no, I don't want to like, I did reviews with the camera on, but like
Ty, you've done reactions with the camera on before.
Yeah. I'm just not trying to like. I like how this is where everybody just has a picture up or whatever like that. So I'm not gonna do it live to copy it for other people. But check mine out, Brago, because like everything that I say, I'm not trolling.
I'm gonna check it out. No, I'm gonna check it out. I want it because maybe it didn't hit for me. It didn't hit. For me. You know, it's like I didn't feel what Oda was trying to portray in this chapter. But
one thing that I feel like Oda actually he stepped it up this chapter because like on the side of things, on the emotional side of things, I didn't hit for y'all because check this out though. Like y'all know that I like Naruto, so what this kind of reminds me of, it's not an exact duplicate magic. This kind of reminds me of like how Zabuza was a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
And they fought Zabuza, and when Kakashi killed Zabuza, Haku came and took the blow, and Zabuza wanted to hack through him to kill Kakashi, and Kakashi got mad, whatever like that. And Kakashi beats Zabuza. Then what starts to happen is that Gato.
Zabuza's scene is on a completely different tier to this, bro.
No.
Wait, hold on, Todd. Let me read this comment. Ninad Envy says, "I don't get it. I used to enjoy coming here. These people get me hyped, but all they do nowadays is hate on it to get views."
What? No.
Nigga, if I hate on a One Piece chapter, you know how many dislikes I'm about to get, nigga?
For real, bro.
Yo, listen, when you hate on a chapter, that doesn't give you views, bro.
Nah, I don't know. I disagree. That doesn't get you views, yo.
You gotta love every chapter, man. All 196, man.
I didn't even say I hated the chapter, right? I enjoyed it, but it wasn't amazing.
It was mixed. It was mixed.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was cool. It was cool.
I don't like it.
It was cool.
Shit was absolute garbage.
See, that's what Dustin's saying.
I dislike your way.
That's a little too far, but it was cool.
It's absolute garbage, bro. I'm sorry.
Nigga, come on.
It's just like some things just. It's like, come on, man.
I don't know, Escape. I'm not just. I can't pretend that the shit like.
I'm not saying you're pretending, but you're like focused on the specific parts of the fight, but like there's other parts of the chapter you can appreciate.
What other parts? The pudding part? That how many moments like that have we had this entire arc? Was it any different about that?
Do you see what I'm saying?
I agree with that. With the pudding part, it really didn't hit me because they've had this interaction
part.
This whole arc.
What other parts? The whole Big Mom Pirates getting together talking about, oh, Luffy's got to do this and do that and do this and do that. That was exciting?
I didn't say it was exciting. I'm saying.
So what other parts are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Capone parts, and I'm talking about all of them.
Oh, we might throw this cake off the ship? That's exciting?
All of that was cool.
Something's gonna happen in the near future that's gonna fuck him over. So I'm waiting.
I've been saying that for chapters. Like what? Like this chapter was absolute garbage, bro.
Brago, right? But everything, even if y'all didn't understand it, right? Everything is like a. It was set up for it. Like him. Like remember, he said multiple times, I got to stop Luffy now before he becomes a future threat. So at the end, him telling him, it's pretty much that like two things could have happened, right? And this is why I respect Katakuri. You know what I mean? I respect him because he could have been like, he's gonna become the Pirate King. I know it, but I ain't gonna tell him. You know what I mean? And he could have lied to Luffy and said, "You got no."
But the thing is, this is not Katakuri confirming this.
Yes, it is Katakuri. Brago,
it's not, bro.
Look, listen. I'm smart.
I'm saying, do you think Katakuri saw Luffy being Pirate King in the future?
Brago. No, he didn't see him become Pirate King.
So what are you saying?
But what did happen, right? He knows he has his future.
He has a potential, yeah.
Look. He know he has his future abilities maxed out, right?
What future abilities?
Wait,
so is it Katakuri has his future abilities maxed out?
Yeah. Katakuri has like, let's just say it. He has his future abilities maxed out, right?
Yeah, let's reach.
No, because it's not the point of it. But we know that. All right. You want to stick to the manga, right? So he specializes in observation hockey, right?
Yes.
He can see into the future, a bit into the future. So Luffy can't do that. But what Luffy can do, he can sense. Like he's very good at sensing it, and Katakuri realized that in the fight. He had to realize that in the fight. So all he's saying is that like, you're on the right track pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, keep it up. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty much what he said. There's nothing wrong with that.
I still don't know what you just said.
So you're saying Katakuri is telling him, keep doing what you're doing, bro. You be good.
Exactly. Yeah. And keep this in mind too. You know, in Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know, like you know how Yugi beat Kaiba, right? It was rivals, right? Yugi beat Kaiba. And Kaiba would always tell Yugi, never lose to anyone because I'm gonna come beat you again.
He said Yugi.
And that happens in a lot of mangas where like it's two rivals, right? And one beats the other one, and they go, "You don't lose to nobody else because I'm gonna come beat you," right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that Katakuri feels that same way, like don't lose to anybody else. I'm gonna beat you. So with keeping that in mind, right? Keeping that as a possible scenario for what could happen, it's best to tell him that like you're on the right track. Keep it up because when he becomes a Pirate King, right? Let's say Luffy goes undefeated, right? And he becomes a Pirate King, right? Katakuri will still be great, and it'll be like I lost to Luffy, but he became the pirate. Like it's a good thing. Like it's
Ty, can I ask you this, Ty?
What?
If this arc ends in 4 chapters and they just safely escape, you don't think that there was like this arc could have been way shorter than what it was?
No, everything was good. Like here's the thing. I complain about pace issues with Dressrosa. I don't want to see the Tentadas. Like I complain about like how it was fight.
The thing is, you can't really blame him for that one because again, he was sick at the time writing Dressrosa. So a lot of the things that he wanted to do, he had no choice but to like prolong it because of his illness. But here it's just like I don't know. You look back at it, he could have really reduced a lot of stuff that was going on to kind of.
No, but at the same time, like I don't agree with that because Dressrosa was still like 100 chapters or more or whatever. Like so like I never had like in none of my reviews or anything that I never had a pacing issue. Like to me, the pacing it's amazing right now. Like ever since
but look what has this Katakuri fight changed? Let's say they escape and they come back in a future arc. Then this makes Katakuri irrelevant. Like that makes no sense to do that if it's gonna go that way. It makes him irrelevant.
How?
He's already beaten him, so he's gonna fight him again.
So all right, hold on. Oh, why would he fight him again? So Dustin, look. So if you want help with this, right? So Luffy is the captain, right? Big Mom is the captain. Luffy's upcoming, so him fighting Katakuri was hard. But if he comes back, he's gonna be fighting Big Mom, and Zoro will be fighting Katakuri. That will still be.
But why? But what's the point of? Why would we want to? Why would we want to see that when we already see this?
Honestly, I don't think Luffy's coming back.
No. Here's the thing. I
think somebody else could take out Big Mom before that happens.
Yeah, and even then, I don't even think like it's necessarily again. She chases after Luffy and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my boy Ru's come back for his rupees, yo.
Yes, and he's gonna take down Big Mom.
Yeah, I think, and maybe another Supernova does it. You know what I mean? Maybe,
Exactly.
So hold on. Like I think
Bonnie shows up, man. Who knows?
I think
Bonnie and a Rouge.
Because I just don't see the point of Luffy coming back with his whole crew. He's now like Yonko level. And Zoro was like Katakuri is like, oh shit, you gotta your haki has increased. And I was like, what?
Say like he's gonna take like 4 other Yonko. Like again, like I'd rather have one of the other like Supernovas beat the Yonko, so it sets up your rivals who you take down.
I really think after this, Big Mom is about to go ham on Fishman Island. She's about to go ham.
So hold on. So here's the thing. Like I agree with y'all that like Luffy won't come back. You know what I mean? But that doesn't stop. What if Big Mom goes into a rage and she be like, I'm gonna get that straw hat, and then she goes out for Luffy on her own, and then she fights Luffy that way. You know what I mean? Like it's ways for Luffy to fight only Big Mom.
You think so? That doesn't align with how she does things.
Well, no. That's not true, Brago. Because remember with Brooke, she wanted to deal with that by herself. You know what I mean? She was like, so that could happen, and I think that's what's gonna happen.
Like, even when she got like super upset, she sent an enraged army after people. So I think like she's probably gonna send out someone after Luffy, maybe.
No, Brago, but you're not. It's like I don't think you're taking everything into consideration. So
do you think Big Mom is gonna get on her Nimbus and go to Wano?
Brago. Who does she have left that can beat Luffy if he beat her right hand man?
You sent a couple of them.
No, they're all getting washed. No. Keep this in mind.
They're all getting washed?
Brago. Keep this in mind. Look, this is being for real, right?
So you said Big Mom is going to Wano?
No. So here's what I think, right? I think that we seen Luffy was no match for Big Mom. That doesn't change. He beat Katakuri, but Big Mom is no Katakuri. So right. I think he's gonna go on Wano, maybe beat Kaido's right hand, and maybe beat the Shogun there or whatever, and then maybe like beat Weevil, because I think he's somewhere in between Admiral and Yonko level. And then after he beats Weevil, that might catapult him to a Yonko level, and then he can finally beat Kaido or Big Mom, whoever he wants to fight first. But it's gonna be a while until he actually beats a Yonko, I think. But for real with this, because think about it, Brago. Even if she want to send, so hold on, let me ask you a question. You're gonna send Katakuri, the man who got beat, to go beat Luffy? You're gonna send him out? Are you going to send? No. This is what I'm trying to ask you. Are you going to send Smoothie and Cracker, or are you going to send Katakuri again?
It depends on how upset she is. Like she could send a couple of the commanders.
All right, but here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. Sending out too many commanders leaves her territory open, where like people like Black Bear and other people can just come and mess with her or whatever, like that. Mess with her home territory.
That's what I'm saying. How do you see it playing out? Because I don't see Big Mom going herself to do it.
No, but Brago, she can. It's best if Katakuri is good. Not too many people can mess with him, so it's best if her sweet command stay there. And this is not going to happen ASAP. But she goes out and when she's ready to go deal with Luffy by herself, whenever that may be.
I don't see that happening, but
I see it happening. I'm saying it. Big Mom is gonna go at some point. I don't think it's gonna happen now because, like, Luffy's not that level yet, so the fight is pointless. But in the future, she'll pursue Luffy.
So she's gonna wait till Luffy gets stronger.
No, Brago, she's not gonna wait till Luffy gets stronger. It's that, like, okay. One, even if it's like she's in a crazy state right now, like pretty much by the time she catches up with him, it will be different. I mean, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. But she's gonna go after Luffy this time because what he did too much damage. And keep this in mind for what I'm trying to say. Keep the power scaling in mind, Brago, because look, Luffy beat Katakuri 1v1, right?
Well, yeah.
Technically, he did.
I'm like,
no, because Flampay was Katakuri allies. Like, but pretty much like, and even I don't know, like, so are y'all gonna be? I don't even want to, like, just pretty much he came to the Mirror World. He ran one time, came back, never ran again, as I said, and he won the fight. So like he beat this guy fair and square. Don't try to play.
Did let him go Gear 4th, but go ahead.
So no. But even that though, like I'm pretty sure this was a close fight. It's not like Luffy went Gear 4th and
this was a close fight.
It's not like Luffy did. Hold on. Look how they both got knocked out, but Luffy got back up, and then Katakuri got back up.
This tie.
It was close at the end, but the entire fight wasn't a close fight.
No. To me, the ending of the fight is almost everything. So to me, I say it was a close fight because the ending
of the fight is not. So the other shit was just don't count it.
No, it's not like don't count it, but that was a close fight because of how it ended. So keep in mind that if Luffy, so hold on. Look, with everything that happened, right? The way that I analyze fights, with everything that happens, if Luffy would have sent Katakuri flying throughout the Mirror World and stuff like that and bounced them all over the place, then Katakuri got washed that fight because you was good in the beginning, but towards the end you got flung around like a rag doll. So to me, the end of the fight is very important. But Brago. So keep this in mind, right? Luffy beat Katakuri 1v1. You know what I mean? So if she sends, let's say that she sends Katakuri, Cracker, and Smoothie to beat Luffy, right?
Okay.
He's not by himself. He's with Jinbei. He's gonna be with Zoro. He's gonna be with
Katakuri shouldn't even be a sweet commander anymore because he lost.
It's her right hand man. It's no replacement.
No, but Cracker lost and he's not a sweet commander anymore, but he's still there.
No, Snack.
No.
Snack. Cracker should be the same thing, though.
It depends on how Big Mom wants to handle all this.
She ain't got no more
if Cracker lost, Katakuri lost, Snack lost. At this point, she can't. She can afford to start demoting people. Or do you promote Daifuku in the oven? Like,
yeah, just rotate them niggas, bro. She got enough of them. Come on, man.
I don't know exactly what people are talking about right now. I watched the early half of the stream, and after hearing a lot of your criticisms, like a lot of people clearly did not like this chapter very much.
No.
I kind of understand where you're coming from. I still really like this chapter.
Yeah.
Me too.
But I can understand now why people didn't like this because upon rereading it, I literally just finished recording my review. It'll be up in like
Traitor.
And one thing I noticed is that the very final punch between Luffy and Katakuri is pretty slappy. We don't
know what happened.
It's off screen.
Like flip their punches back and then that's it. So I can get why some people were upset about that, but to say the chapter itself was trash, because
no, Roger, it wasn't trash. It was absolute garbage.
That's garbage. When there's shadowing here for things that you've talked about wanting, and then for you to say it's trash that's crazy.
That's how you know it's valid. For me to say this is what I've been wanting the whole time, and then to not be happy with the result, because it's I'm not gonna lie and say it was good because Luffy won.
On the same side of things, I've been a very vocal critic of the second half of this arc to my detriment. A lot of people hate me for saying that I have not liked the pacing of the second half of this arc. And yet, I really liked this chapter for what it was. My main issue, which I bring up in my review and I'll bring up here, is that this chapter was paced, and the last chapter was paced how the rest of Whole Cake Island should have been paced if this was the final result. If the final result was this, then all of the chapters preceding this, all this stuff with them running through the woods and the Mirror World and the punches between Luffy and Katakuri and the side characters with Flampay, where people were saying, Roger, how could you not like Flampay and Bavarois getting all this? Because of shit like this, because the chapter wrapped up very quickly. And this is how I expected things were going to happen. It felt to me from the very beginning that Oda was stalling to get to this point where he was basically saying, you know what? Like, I want to get to 900, so let's just stall this out a little bit, and then we're going to wrap it up the way I want to wrap it up. So the reaction that people are having where they're really not liking this chapter, I feel is actually not on this chapter itself. Beyond the sloppy ending with Luffy and Katakuri, which I agree is pretty sloppy.
Know what I have to say about
hold on, Ty.
Yeah, wait, Ty.
I think it's more about the pacing with the rest of the second half of this arc being terrible, and then now the pacing being good, and it wrapping up quickly, and it seeming like, whoa, why is this going on so fast?
There's like no consistency to it.
Yeah, so we had the amazing exchange between Katakuri and Luffy the previous chapter, and now it comes to this. We don't even see the ending punch. It's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, what's the final connection that concludes?
The pacing sort of just changed up really quick.
Right. Yeah. And to me, I'm fine with that. Like, I want the conclusion of Luffy and Katakuri. I've wanted this to end for a long time. I'm happy we're finally getting away from it. The thing that somewhat concerns me now is that Katakuri says to Luffy specifically, will you come back? Not will you defeat Big Mom one day. Someday, will you come back here to defeat Big Mom? Because that says to me is that Dustin was right all along, and we are actually going to get a freaking return to Whole Cake Island arc. Where they
I never said that.
You did say that if Big Mom isn't defeated here, that we will probably get an eventual another arc with Big Mom being taken down. And unfortunately, I think you are correct, because with the whole thing with like Luffy will one day destroy Fishman Island, now them setting up that one day, he'll come back here to defeat Big Mom. I'm kind of thinking that we're going to get through Reverie, we're going to get through Wano, we're going to get through Elbaf, we're going to get to the end of the Grand Line, we're going to get to Raftel. They're going to find out whatever One Piece is, and then after they've already found out what it is, they're going to loop back around to Marijoa and stop at all the places where things need to get tied up. And that is a huge problem that I could see potentially happening now at the end of One Piece that really does not make me happy.
Oda could also present the scenario where another supernova takes out Big Mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta factor into the Marines coming in as well.
Yeah, the Marines could come in. Because after this, right now, like with Katakuri being down, Cracker's down, Snack is up somewhat. Big Mom, she's kind of open for attack.
And keep an eye on Stussy. Stussy, you gotta keep an eye on
Stussy is there, yeah. The Buster Call thing is looking good.
He knows. Yeah.
I think if anything, Stussy and Big News are sort of setting up, for something bigger to happen. Yeah. I know a lot of people Buster Call for a while, but even with Big News Morgans, I think it's kind of funny to see like this underworld guy. And mind you, I'm a Big News Morgans fan. You guys know this. I love this. Yeah. Everybody loves Big News. Yeah. But to see him defending Luffy in that moment and saying like, "Wow, when they actually escape from this, that's going to be big news," and Montour being like, "No, there's no way they're going to escape," and Stussy being like, "All right, we'll end up seeing." It does sort of seem like Stussy and Morgans are almost on Luffy's side with this one.
They're impressed.
Well, it's a better story.
I mean, would it be surprising to you, say like if they have some kind of connection to Garp? So it's like, I guess like whatever Garp says to them and stuff, they're kind of seeing like, oh, I understand where you're coming from with your kid, your grandson and stuff. That's how he does things and stuff,
Yeah, I mean
but when you think about it, Big Mom, she's kind of an asshole, right? She's kind of an asshole to everyone. So like they're like, oh shit, she's kind of
You know what it is in that situation, like when you know the parts of the chapter where they said, is it possible for Katakuri to lose, and somebody said no, like that's not possible.
Yeah.
That was cool because that's in Big Mom's world. That's what those people think, because to them Katakuri's the best thing ever. Like he can't lose. But we know better, and Big News knows better, and so does Stussy. So to them, they think that Katakuri defeat is impossible, but they're just being realistic. I feel like okay, we'll see. You know what I mean? Like and that's why they're not on Big Mom's side. It's just that realistically, look how much damage they done. You know what I mean? Like it's possible for them to beat Katakuri too. You know what I mean? But they're just very against it. And even if you look at it, right, they're so prepared for Luffy to come out. Like it's tricky though, but it's like
he's not coming out of that mirror.
I agree. You know who I think is coming out of the mirror? I think Katakuri is going to come out of the mirror. I think
like afterwards.
What I think is going to happen, and I said this during my review too, is with Peckham's showing up at the very ending. One, I think that was a little bizarre, and it's going to take away from the final tone of the fight. Okay, this is a little weird. And then with the joke with the afro and stuff, but I think it's important that Peckham shows up for a multitude of reasons. One. This basically confirms for us that thankfully, thank goodness, Pedro's dead. Pedro is not coming back from this.
True. I hope so.
That's not true though.
At the final climax of this really important fight to specifically save Luffy because he owed it to his big brother who sacrificed himself. To me, that says Pedro's not coming back.
He's dead.
I think if people have not wanted Carrot to join, you better buckle down because this
Carrot's joining.
She is.
I've been preaching it for months.
Yeah.
Pretty obvious for a long
calling it trash. It's not trash. It's happening. So shut up.
And the second thing with the Peckham stuff not ending too where he ends up showing up, and then it sort of like changes the pace of the whole thing. Is that if Peckham's got in there, if he found Brule and found a way to get in there, that gives Luffy his way out.
Yeah, because of course, it's weird on the outside for him.
Of course.
With Luffy and with Katakuri and with Brule, they're going to find another way out. And Katakuri might just be trapped in that mirror, and they might be expecting Luffy to be there at 1 a.m. Sanji's like, where the heck is Luffy? This rest of the Straw Hats show up. They already mentioned, which I think is kind of weird when Nami says that like Brule's the key, and that's exactly what Reason said too. I don't know what's going on there. Did he bug their ship or something? Either way, she says this whole thing about Brule being the key. To me, that says that like Brule is going to escape with Luffy and with Peckham's. They're gonna go through some other mirror that's maybe on the Sunny or something that's not a Cacao Island. And the reason they're gonna stop at Cacao is to sort of get Sanji back. Because Sanji's still stuck there no matter what.
They're in communication. Because he's expecting Luffy to come out of the big mirror.
Exactly. He's expecting Luffy. So if Luffy doesn't come out, the only one that's sort of screwed right now is Sanji.
But especially too, like where it's like putting like directions too, because
he can't go back on the Sunny though, because there's no mirrors on the Sunny.
Yeah, of course, all the mirrors are broken.
They broke all the mirrors.
Luffy said to break the mirrors, so it's a weird. 22. Like I don't know how he's going to resolve that.
I don't know.
Somebody was saying there should be a mirror at
Beckham's could sneak Luffy out potentially. Like
of course, but how he's going to meet to the Sunny unless like they do something where the
so Peckham's walks out of that mirror and says, "Hey guys, I was in the mirror world. What's good?"
No, if he found a way to get in, there's another mirror, so it might be something like on the outskirts of Cacao Island or another house within it.
He could lie and say like, "Hey, Katakuri's injured in there," and Luffy managed to escape.
Because the last place we remember, where was Peckham's again with
he was with Mount doing them.
Yeah, so like, unless there's a mirror there,
Dustin, yes, that's exactly.
Do you think Brule will let him lie?
Well, no, but I'm wondering, like, because Peckham's with Tamago and Mont Dore and the rest of them with Big News and with Stussy, maybe there's like a greater conspiracy going on. Like with because how would he have known to get through the mirror? Brule would have had to fly through a mirror, like where all that stuff was going on with Mont Dore and Tamago. She would have had to been thrown through the mirror during the confrontation with Luffy and Katakuri. End up with Peckham's, and then Peckham's would have had to have the idea, I'm going to go in there to save Luffy, even though he doesn't know how long the fight's been raging on or if they're even in there anymore.
She's been a big old plot device this whole arc.
For real.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then he finds time to change to this Nacho Libre costume.
Like,
that was a Soda King reference, man. That was a Soda King reference.
Yeah, so rip off Soda King.
Yeah.
Don't insult Soda King with this shit, please.
It does feel weird though.
Even Luffy sees through it. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. It does feel weird to me that I'm the one defending the chapter though, when I've been so vocal against it.
I didn't think it was a terrible chapter. I didn't think it was.
You're right.
Yeah, Zoro, what do you think about the chapter, Zoro?
I gave it a 6.5. I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
It was whatever, but it was unsatisfying. Like the ending to that fight, it just felt incredibly unsatisfying.
It's like what
it wasn't terrible. It just felt like being. It just felt like getting served like an uncooked meal or a barely cooked meal. It's just like okay, I'm getting some like basic unseasoned chicken, whatever.
Blue balls, man.
An uncooked meal wouldn't be a 6.5.
Yeah.
Well, I said unseasoned. I meant to say unseasoned.
That's a 5.
But what do you think about Katakuri's speech at the end, or his remarks?
I think that was more for Luffy than anything.
What do you mean?
It was more Luffy hype than anything. I mean, this whole conclusion was just to give Luffy a launching point to kind of put him on that next level. Although it's hard to really put him on the next level, considering Katakuri had to stab himself in order for him to win. But you know,
that same stab,
and he let him go gear 4.
That same stab that he gave to himself because he had interference that was helping him.
But you have to understand what
he could have tied up Luffy, bro. He tied up Luffy so many times throughout the fight. I hate when people say that, man.
Katakuri did not need, what's her face there, Flambe there to help him.
Yeah, that kind of like ruined things.
In a way, though, like in a way, if you're being critical about the fight, Luffy kept avoiding his attacks, and he made a comment about
he was avoiding some attacks, but he's definitely getting hit. He was getting hit.
No, but the most important thing was Katakuri wasn't getting hit. That's the thing.
No. Hold on. But at the same time, Luffy avoided so much, it was still hectic.
But he was still getting hit, though. That's my point.
He was still avoiding a lot.
Katakuri wasn't getting hit at all, and the only reason why Katakuri started getting hit is because he stabbed himself, and that messed up with his observation haki. Last chapter, Katakuri got hit with a basic punch, not even like a gear second punch, a basic fucking punch, and that's because he was, hurt from his fucking stab, and his observation haki wasn't on the same level. No way Katakuri at full health.
I don't agree with that.
But no, because basically what he's saying is that Flampe wasn't needed. People were saying the only reason Flampe was needed was possibly because she was going to be the witness to Katakuri's defeat, but then they all got knocked out.
Yeah,
Flambe was there to make sure Katakuri lost the fight. She was a device used by Oda for Katakuri to lose the fight.
100%, bro. We saw Katakuri trip up Luffy too many times throughout this fight for me to actually believe that Flampe had to be involved for him.
Because Luffy was trying to get around his observation haki all fight, and he could not come up with a way to do it. He was
We literally saw him tangle his ankle and then kick this nigga in the face, bro. Like, come on.
So I know after this chapter, a lot of people, I expect to see a lot of bounty videos going up. As far as like Luffy should have a billion-berry bounty now. What do you guys think?
That's premature. That's premature. Don't do it.
Big news is there.
At least 600 mil.
Of course it's premature, but that's the One Piece community.
I'm standing by what I said. I think it's 550. I know people are like
550.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I think getting
700.
he's getting more than 550.
700.
I think it's at 600 for me at the release.
100 at most.
I think Ty said it earlier. It was like Luffy defeating like the first commander, kind of like tells that he's kind of past Ace at this point. Ace was
Right.
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
All big news in the world government will know is that Luffy defeated both Cracker and Katakuri.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's all that the world government is going to know. So it's not going to only bump him up a 100
Can you
million.
imagine how Kainu's face when he reads that in the newspaper?
Yeah,
Like,
he hears that Luffy defeated like Katakuri, and Katakuri is kind of like a legend
Not
out
only
here
that,
in the streets.
Man, I kind of go look at this shit and be like,
I'm telling you, whatever happens in Wano, Akainu's going to go to Wano himself, man.
All I
I
say
kind
is
of about to
don't
call
call his,
Fujitora and be like, nigga, what you been doing? Where are you?
don't call his arc over until the Germans show up until that cake situation is resolved because he can explain that.
4 chapters left, right? Before 900.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this on, I think, Dustin, was it yours a couple days ago? Where it might have been Kings? I don't know. But to me, the way it seems is that we've got a couple things still to wrap up. We've got Smoothie. We've got how they're going to escape from the mirror. We've got Big Mom, the wedding cake. We've got Germa. And that's pretty much it. And then whatever Pudding is going to do, whether or not Sanji smashed or whatever happened during this chapter.
We know he didn't do that.
I mean, I thought a couple ways. When she took the cigarette out, at first I was like, oh, she's going to ask him to stop smoking. And then I was like, oh, wait, they're probably going to make out.
Yeah.
And then when the camera panned out, I was like, oh, yeah, they're probably smashing right now. Maybe they're consummating.
Sanji ain't getting a W like that. There's no way.
There's no way.
He wouldn't last
too loud, bro. They like 15 feet away from her siblings. Come on.
But the way it seems to me, and I said this a while ago, is I think 900. I'm going to make a prediction of what the title of 900 is going to be. I think 900. The name is going to be the 10th and the 11th. That's the name of the chat. I think it's going to be called 10th and 11th. And it's going to be Jinbei and Carrot officially joining the crew.
I think that's too soon.
I am putting down money that is going to be the name of chapter 900. People can come back to this.
How much money?
All right, so I'm going to title mine 900 Booster Call Part 2.
It's called Part 2.
I'll put some money in that.
Oh yeah, 800 was the whole thing with the Grand Fleet. It does seem to me that like the way everything is being set up with the stuff with the Straw Hats on the ship, with Peckham's and Luffy needing to escape, that I feel like I don't think it's going to be a satisfactory ending with Big Mom. I think Sanji's going to feed the cake, she's going to get knocked out, and they just get the hell out of there. And then that chapter 900 of Bill is going to be something of either them officially joining the crew, but I really don't think Oyonko's taken down.
If that happens, then that means a lot of this arc was unnecessary.
Oh, dude, I mean, I've been there since day one. I've been saying this arc is stupid, and everyone's saying have faith in Oda, and I've been like, no, man. The pacing's not good. And now we're at the end of the arc. The pacing's actually good for the first time. And I'm saying like, oh, wow, the pacing's actually good. And everyone's saying, wow, the rest of the arc was garbage. I'm like, bitch, where were you 500? Because a lot of people were like, oh, no, this arc is so good. They're setting up all these characters. I'm like, no, bro, this arc has been terrible. And it's like, now it was great at the wedding. The wedding was perfection, 10 out of 10.
The wedding was fantastic.
It was nice. It was nice.
I thought the wedding could have been better. Too many
the whole denouement after the wedding with the pudding back and forth and the seducing woods and the crap with the other
hashtag fuck
and the Nami using Zeus and shit like that.
Absolutely.
Nah, that L4 was greatness.
Absolutely. Zeus? Like, I'll use Dustin's language on that one. So many of the Seducing Woods chapters in the second half of this were just absolute garbage. And the stuff
everything with the Seducing Woods.
I hate the Seducing Woods.
Chopper got fodderized by trees, bro. He was fucked up.
Oh man.
He went Monster Point too.
Those trees was Vice Admiral level.
Hey, Ty.
End the stream.
Those trees was Vice Admiral level.
Seriously,
I think we could look at this after looking at this chapter today. And, you know, I'm sure Joy Boy's going to put up his video analyzing it. Like I said, my review's going up. All you guys are going to do your reviews too. I do think at the end of the day, you know what this means is that we only maybe have one of the 10 or so chapters of Whole Cake Island, and we are finally going to be the hell out of Whole Cake Island. We're getting
I'm ready.
Factor in the breaks, though.
I'm
Factor in the
ready.
breaks. We have 3 more
I'm
months.
ready to go to Reverie.
for a long time. I am ready.
I think I want to see. I
Same.
want to see how it
Same.
ends. I want to see how they wrap up the Big Mom stuff because that's gonna be important as far as like going forward and what she does. Like, is she knocked out by the cake? Is she upset? Do we have a whole other like battle versus Big Mom and Germa versus everybody? Because then that kind of extends the arc.
How's Capone gonna get out of this?
How you know? As far as like the whole now Peckhams or Knockums, Nazums, whatever the fuck his name.
So what do you guys think is gonna happen?
Man, don't sleep, Brago.
I think Big Mom is going to go after them on her own in the future. Because like what I was telling Brago is that like even if she wants to send, it just looked like I'm good at strategy. It just seems like what's best for her is to fight Luffy 1v1. So like because keep this in mind, right? Even if she sends Cracker, Katakuri, and Smoothie to deal with Luffy, Luffy did beat Katakuri 1v1. He did beat Cracker with Nami.
Well, the thing is, but even if she goes to Luffy, right? Say she pulls up on Luffy and Wano, Luffy ain't gonna be by himself.
Yeah.
No. Hold on. But it's a difference though. Like hold on. Like what I'm talking about is that if she sends Katakuri and Smoothie and Cracker, which is the 3 strongest people, him and Nami can beat Cracker once. They can beat him again. Him by himself can beat Katakuri. So hold on.
I don't know, man.
So you want to watch, rinse, repeat?
Look. Y'all don't like it because y'all thought Katakuri. But look, just check this out though. He did weather. You know what I mean? He won these fights. I'm not making this stuff up. So like, if
personally, I don't think but they shouldn't go after Luffy at this point.
I don't think
you go after Fishman Island. That's what you do. You go to Fishman Island.
Big Mom option.
The bomb thing was a big thing that
you
they
go
were
to
setting
Fishman
up.
Island.
So now you're gonna go mess up with Neptune and them.
I legitimately, I don't
If Cracker loses the same way twice, bro, he just needs to be.
Yeah, he's not losing the same.
No.
Cracker's dead now, man.
No, he doesn't have to lose the same way twice. Like what y'all missing out on because y'all not letting me finish is that like we seen Luffy and Nami beat Cracker. We seen that Luffy by himself can beat Katakuri. So even if all 3 of them attacks
with extreme amount of help.
Yeah, that's
that was actually Luffy and Katakuri versus Katakuri.
Even if all 3 of those commanders
attack, it's for Luffy and Brûlé and Flambe.
Luffy has Jinbei with him. He has Zoro with him. He has Sanji. All 3 of them will get beat, and then now it's like she got beat. Her fortress got beat twice, and it's bad.
She probably shouldn't send anyone.
No, I know. So this is what I'm saying is that the best thing for her to do.
I'm telling you, someone else is gonna come to her territory and fuck shit up.
No,
I agree. Another supernova.
If Luffy and a handful of fucking people can come in and do what they did,
another supernova is gonna pull up. Or even shit.
Colin like CP. Like what if CP0? What if Stussy called in CP0?
What if some of CP0 is working with Blackbeard now? Blackbeard pulls up like, yo, what's good?
I heard you lost 3 commanders. So good.
Yeah, I'm looking for new territory.
That soul fruit could be, convenient.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Maybe some troll shit.
Big Mom is weak as fuck.
What Luffy did, the chances of that happening again, and especially they had Capone working in from the inside. The whole cake thing happened. Like a lot happened for this to happen. It's not like any supernovas can just come there. And that's not gonna happen.
At this point, with how weakened they would be.
Yeah.
No.
But they would have to capitalize like right now and not let them get reorganized themselves.
That's what I'm saying. Like with Stussy, I'm sure Stussy's sending information out, right? Where it's like if someone is kind of tapping into that information, like, oh wow, the Big Mom Pirates, they're open right now. Let's go.
I feel like the Marines themselves could.
Whoever just proposed the idea that like he would swoop in and get the Solso fruit. I think so many people are gung ho, like set on the fact that Blackbeard's eventually going to get Kaido's fruit. That they're kind of like, and they think he's going to get 3. That like hell, if he stole Whitebeard's and he wants to steal Big Mom's and he's going to steal Kaido's, maybe he's just going to steal all the fruits of.
Maybe it's not. Maybe not even for him, but he just want to take the.
He wants to take.
Fruit.
He wants to pass it on to his crew members as well.
Yeah, he just wants to take it.
I don't think I don't see Blackbeard. Blackbeard's not going to come to Whole Cake Island. I think that's something y'all want to happen because it's hype. It is hype, but I don't think that's what Old is taking the story with Kaido. Maybe that's different, but with Big Mom, no. I'm telling you, like the best thing for Big Mom.
That's why this is all this speculation.
Now the reason why we want to see it happen is because we don't want to see Luffy come back.
Yeah, we don't want Luffy coming back.
No. If Blackbeard takes over the territory, like why would Luffy go back?
It makes a lot more sense for someone else to swoop in right now.
Luffy's not gonna. It's not. But what I'm trying to say is we have more options. It's not that Blackbeard kills her or Luffy. It's like check this out. Like what's best for her is to just go fight Luffy on her own. So I can see her like going out.
Right, but then the thing you got to factor in if CP0 ends up coming in and taking her, what's she going to be doing afterwards? She's captured.
All right.
No, I mean, like, all right. If the K takes her out, though, like, how is she going to know where Luffy's going after this? She's not going to.
See, no. Hold on. So keep this in mind. Luffy was no chance for her. This arc, he will be no chance for her next arc. there's no chance for Kaido next arc. He's not gonna fight a Yonko anytime soon. He's gonna fight them in the future. So what I'm trying to say is that by the time Big Mom catches up to him, which for plot purposes will be when Luffy is ready to beat her. You know what I mean?
think we gotta start getting to the Yonko shit.
That'll be.
I'm not a 1v.
After taking out a first commander,
it's not gonna be up for a while.
Not a 1v1, but
like not to beat Katakuri. He's not
challenge
guys. He's not gonna be able to beat Big Mom too.
Like if you're doing this to a first commander right now, and
man, like I said before, Kid Luffy Law about to get Kaido out of here.
Yeah, Kid Luffy Law versus Kaido. I think.
I think we're finally gonna see the amazing moment where all three of them strike at Kaido, and they're gonna break down the borders.
Luffy's the strongest out of Luffy, Kaido, and Kid, and he couldn't even touch Katakuri without getting some convenience. Let's just say it that.
I think a lot of people, though, you guys are talking about, Luffy and Law and Kid. The one that seems obvious to me that's going to have a big role in Wano is Drake. Because Drake...
Wano. Yeah, it depends. It depends.
Sure. I've been telling y'all, they going to fuse, bro. They going to fuse together. They going to take that...
Stop this.
Look, bro, Law about to dissect them, chop them up into pieces, and put them back together as one entity.
T-Rex, baby.
The character that Drake is a real person who actually opened the borders of Japan. The Commodore that opened the borders of Japan is literally the guy that Drake is based off of. So to me, it's
in Japan
Drake is going to be sticking with Kaido for long, and will probably
turn on his ass. He's turning.
Yeah. Well, the way I see, if the borders are going to be open, what's going to end up happening is they're going to land an attack on Kaido. It's going to cause the borders to crash.
Yeah, Drake turning on Kaido. It's we kind of expect it. I hope something else happens, to be honest.
Unless he has his own plot or something going on.
He has his own scheme, because it's kind of all right, Capone turn, now Drake's turning. It's kind of I don't know, Law turn. It just seems like everything is just playing out.
I think whatever's happening with Drake has something to do with his former Marine self and why he's doing what he's doing now.
Well, he's seen a lot. He's seen every side of it, right? The only side left is revolutionaries.
He's doing things meticulously. He has some sort of plan.
Yeah, I think that whole historical relevance thing is kind of pushed a little too far, because it seems as if Oda never really goes that route.
He never goes all the way there. He never goes all the way.
Yeah, right. People thought with Capone that it was obvious he was going to go to Liquor Island, and Oda said, nope, we're going to Puff's Island. And it was a few other instances throughout the story that I can't really think of specifically, but he never really takes it there.
Well, that still does seem pretty stupid, just like on Oda's part, that he completely skipped over the fact that they're on a flammable island and she's riding on the back of a frickin' sun, that there's nothing. If you're setting up something that good and nothing pays off, that's just like a Snoke maneuver, man.
I think Oda's just you thought I was going to do
that. I remember Joy Boy was saying that as soon as she touched down on Liquor Island, it's going to set ablaze, but I thought... even flying above the sea around Liquor Island should have set it ablaze. Because if you remember, it seems as if every island that has something to do with some sort of liquid, it seeps into the ocean. Just like how we had jelly in the ocean and juice around Juice Island. Mm-hmm. So it would make sense that the ocean would be flammable as well around Liquor Island.
Yeah.
What's a buster call? That's one admiral for vice admirals.
So basically, they send in an admiral to pretty much bomb the entire fucking island. They have 5 vice admirals coming in, 10 warships. But the thing is, the thing I really like this Buster Call idea now is that, we're under Akainu's helm. Everything that we know about the Marines have been reinforced most likely. I mean, the showcasing we saw from Dressrosa probably wasn't the greatest thing. I mean, Maynard, who was showing off as a vice admiral, we saw what happened with him. Bastille got destroyed by Sabo. We really haven't seen the true extent of what the Marines are, considering that these guys stepped away from paradise to come to the new world and base their headquarters there. I'm telling you, Akainu, man, he built up these guys to be more towards his justice and more destructive. And again, I really do feel if we get a Buster Call here, it's more or less going to be once with the Big Mom Pirates are done, and it's going to show how destructive now it is under Akainu's helm more than it was with Sengoku's.
Yeah, true. I just don't see. I don't see a Buster Call happening. I think it would be too convenient for a Buster Call happening. And to me anyway, Big Mom has been really wanting the cake. You know what I mean? If it knocks her out, I don't see it knocking her out for too long. Or I can actually see the cake just turning her back to normal. It's a bunch of things that could happen. And to me, a Buster Call is not enough. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna take more than one. Unless Akainu comes himself. You know what I mean? I don't Fuji can't just come there with 5 battleships and think that they're gonna beat everybody who's there still. It's still a full health smoothie. It's still a full health. They have the whole army.
What about CP0?
Right there, ready.
CP0, but what if he has enough trust in Green Bull? If Big Mom see okay, because again, Stuzzi's relaying information back to Akainu and them. If she reports she literally thin as a toothpick, and this is the best chance we have of taking her out. and he's confident enough to send like Green Bull or something over there with like some of the top vice admirals and stuff, and then the whole bunch of warships and stuff. If they feel confident enough, they're going to take that opportunity. But only if Big Mom's.
But I'm saying, who are they going to? It's going to take more than just Green Bull. It's going to take more than like they need 2 admirals, if anything, at least 2 admirals. It's not just
very strong. If Big Mom is skinny, I'm not so sure.
I mean, in the skinny form, I don't think you need to send more than that.
It's not going to be skinny. I don't see her being skinny like after she eats the cake. So that's what I'm saying. Like she's going to be back to normal soon. Keep this in mind. No. Keep this in mind. She's gonna eat the cake. It's no ifs. Like it is an if, but she's gonna eat the cake most likely. If Capone is getting out of there, he's getting out of there for a reason. He knows her. He's been on her crew. So this is not. It's not like okay, Big Mom is all sweet now. We can like pretty much take advantage of Big Mom. That's not what's gonna happen. I don't see that happening. And other thing too, Stussy too. Like. Stussy seems like she doesn't even really care. I think she's just enjoying what's happening. Like I don't think she's reporting every.
Or she could be pretending to act like that.
Exactly.
She don't blow her cover.
No.
She's got a poker face on, man.
Yeah, she can't act too interested in this shit.
No. It could be a lot of stuff that's happening. But what I'm saying is that like with her being there, like I don't think she's being like I could be wrong, whatever. But I don't think she's there like trying. I don't think she cares about taking out Big Mom. I think they care more about embarrassing Big Mom and then they can just take her out in the future if anything.
If you remember, Stussy thought the Big Mom pirates falling wouldn't even happen. So she sees an opportunity where they're weakened, like Katakuri being defeated, which nobody thought would happen, and she sees them, and then they're moving all of their forces to one spot.
Exactly. Yeah, like you're setting up something for them to happen.
Uproar because they're going to be running around wondering like what's going on with Katakuri being down. Like that's their linchpin.
I don't see her doing that.
Stussy's obviously planning something.
I don't think she is.
Katakuri's almost out of commission. Why don't you take the opportunity now and take them out when they're at their worst?
Yo, that would be crazy if Big Mom.
No, but that
does go down
because.
And even at the same time too, like wouldn't it be crazy to see like how a Yonko is gonna be able to tank a Buster Call? Like even if it weren't to work, wouldn't that be something we would like to see? Like how they were able to stack up against a military attack on their home field?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know who do they send? You send Green Bull? But you gotta send.
Green Bull's not gonna be enough. Green Bull,
yeah, they can do Green Bull, and then Green Bull can chase them afterwards to Straw Hat straight to Wano. Like
you think Green Bull takes out the Big Mom Pirates and just like goes to Wano?
Another thing, like
depends what state she's in.
Besides Green Bull probably not being enough, another thing to keep in mind is that the balance of power. They don't really want these Jonkos going out. You know what I mean?
But then here's the thing: the 7 warlord system. If that's gone, what does it matter afterwards? You know,
but the reverie didn't even happen yet. So for it to be the warlord system is something different. They want to keep balance. Whitebeard made it like either it's them or him. That was different. But like right now, like I'm telling you, like Stussy wants to she more wants to like just embarrass Big Mom with the big news. I don't think she wants to go in there and take Big Mom out. Like I don't see. I just see her leaving and reporting it.
Things change when you have opportunity like that. You don't pass it up.
Yeah, exactly. If this is the best chance to take drama, you gotta do it.
I don't think. I mean, look what Luffy and just a handful of people were able to do, man. I just think like with
this is like half the crew,
vice admirals and a couple CP0 agents, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, like half the crew is doing this.
You do know that like luck played a part in.
Obviously, but the fact remains that Luffy and a handful of people were able to walk into Big Mom's territory with her knowing that he was there and just fuck up 2 major commanders as well as many of her soldiers. Leave her chateau in absolute.
One of the problems with the Big Mom family, though, was hubris. It was them thinking, 1, they couldn't get taken down, and then 2, like communication. None of them talked to each other. They all lied to each other about who beat who.
Opera is the reason.
Yeah,
I think they all messed up.
Opera really is the guy who screwed up.
Yeah.
So like say
what's that noise?
I don't know. It's a bunch of people in the call. It could be anybody.
I said could be anybody.
All right.
Some time responding, bro.
Yeah, like maybe
it could be one of the 10 people in here. But Ty, what were you saying? Because I'm about to end this.
That like so let's say that like because I don't know like I don't like at the same time like I don't think like Green Bull is enough, but at the same time I don't think Big Mom is as scary as y'all make it seem like we gotta get her now. This is I don't see it that way. Plus it's still a balance. It's still a balance of power though. I don't know like I just wouldn't like because to me it's like okay.
She's upsetting the balance.
If what happened Whitebeard like
you don't see a kind of saying like fuck the balance of powers.
Exactly. I remember, like, this guy wants to take more control for himself. He wants it under his ruling. He doesn't give a shit
No,
about
I know,
what
no,
they
but
say.
it'll happen. Like it's no.
But if the Marines can disrupt the balance of power in their favor,
Yeah.
How is that? How?
It's one thing if they take out if a Yonko is taken out, that disrupts the pirate world.
Yeah, there's a reason. There's a
More.
reason
Yeah,
why
keep in
Akainu
mind,
now
but-
has the Marine headquarters in the New World.
Yeah, like I keep saying, man, like they're ready for this. So they see.
I think it was.
I don't think it's that simple though, because they weren't too
Blackbeard-
excited about Whitebeard being taken down because that made a bunch of
They weren't
other
ready
lower
for it.
powers.
They weren't ready for
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, they weren't ready for that. A bunch of other lower powers started to go around pillaging and raping folks.
But
So,
now,
I don't
but
think
after
it's-
that, you don't think they've taken like measures just in case for something like this happening again?
that could be the case, but I think that's just something that has to be brought up. That's why I just.
And another thing to factor in too, like the draft and stuff when they brought in like Fujitora and Green Bull, that draft itself wasn't also to just like bring up like admirals. They probably stacked up on other vice admirals. The infantry's probably been like replenished and everything. Like they got some new toys in there that we don't know.
This is the beginning of a new age, not only for pirates, but
it's like, yo, I really think we're underestimating the Marines a bit just based on showcases in Dressrosa.
I think you're overestimating them. Like in Katakuri is proof that like because one problem, like one thing with Katakuri is that people viewed him admiral level, so they didn't see him losing. And now that he lost, the thing is that like Fuji was admiral level, Sabo tied with him.
But we just
that was not a fight.
We just acknowledge how lucky Luffy was though, Ty. We just acknowledge that, like how lucky Luffy was.
No. To me, it was a fight. So whatever that is, whatever it was a tie. Like Fuji didn't pull Fuji didn't pull a Kizaru on Sabata Odi. Things is different. Like I've been saying, I'm like, yo, this is like Naruto Shippuden. Like right now, this is Naruto Shippuden.
Come on, then that's bad. That's bad.
The admiral,
that's very bad.
Hold on. No. Because the admirals in the beginning of the story that was flinging everybody around like ragdolls, that was like in the Naruto part of it. But it's like, you know, it's pretty much like the Akatsuki was brought in. They look big bad and stuff like that. Then next thing you know,
like going all out. Come on, man, stop it.
Wait, who wasn't going all out?
Yeah, exactly. You know why you keep bringing that fight up?
No, because that's y'all excuse.
And who is the one
is not going all out. That's the excuse I always say. I never see
going all out.
I never see dialogue saying I'm not gonna go all out, but people claim that they're not going all out. And this is
so there has to be dialogue saying I'm not gonna go all out.
No, it doesn't. But
if we only rely on the dialogue, then what's the point of it being illustrated?
What I can say is that
oh my god.
What I can say is that an admiral never said like this is my ultimate attack and somebody did an ultimate like okay that never happened but pretty much like a fight doesn't have to like Kizaru fought with Marco. So here's the thing like Kizaru best moments right was against people who didn't even have haki. You know what I mean? Like what happened when Silver Rayleigh came? Oh, he didn't have the forces to take care of him. And to me, Rayleigh got the only hits in that fight. He got the only damage. Kizaru didn't get to hit Rayleigh not even one time. When he fought Marco, he only got the advantage when he put the cuffs. These admirals, like y'all can overrate.
I don't know how you can use the Fujitora against Sabo Clash to try to like weaken the admirals overall.
Because
you're trying to do.
No. That's not what I'm trying to do. Like,
you're trying to undermine.
I'm not trying to undermine.
It's been his agenda for the
that only cauterize people.
Yeah, apparently Sabo's apparently uncle level.
Sabo's not a scrub. Well.
I'm telling accurate information. Keep this in mind. Like if the admirals is as strong as most of y'all think, you know what I mean? Then he would have gave Sabo the business. He didn't give Sabo.
Sabo's not a scrub though.
No, he didn't. Scrub. No.
What are you talking about?
So listen to what I'm saying because I said Sabo was admiral level in a stream and somebody said no, Sabo wasn't and was laughing. So then I'm like, okay, if Sabo's not admiral level, then Fuji's not admiral level. And they're like, no, he's an admiral.
Wait,
so
yeah.
No, keep this in mind. It's like every single time somebody ties with an admiral or beats an admiral or gets the better of a fight.
Who's beating an admiral?
It's an excuse.
The only person that's beating the admiral was another admiral.
You can argue,
Whitebeard,
you can
maybe
argue Whitebeard, but that was like with half his head missing, bro. Like
so check this out, and then it's the excuse that the fights wasn't finished. So here's the thing: a fight doesn't have to be finished. Like to me, Marco and Kizaru fought enough.
Bro, no, they did not.
You saying that Sabo and Fujitora were even was like saying that. Yeah. This is like saying that Ace and Smoker were even when they kind of clashed at Alabasta.
It's
not the same.
No. Hold on. Ace
they were just fucking around, dude.
No. Ace and Smoker. No, Ace and Smoker was even at Alabasta, and at the same time,
Ace was stronger than Smoker. Ace
but at the same time, I don't know if I don't know if you're aware of this. That
Smoker was on Ace's level.
Smoker was commander level at Alabasta.
At Alabasta.
Confirmed.
Hold on. You should be aware of this, right? You could say, "Oh my God," and stuff like that, but that was filler anyway, so it doesn't exist. It doesn't matter what happened.
It wasn't filler. That was in the manga.
No. the fight that Ace Smoker had was filler.
The fight was, but I guess the
part where Ace said we're too evenly matched.
Yeah, the evenly matched like that.
You're smoking, I'm fire. That was in the manga.
The dialogue
that was in the manga.
The dialogue was there, but as far as the actual clash, the anime kind of added.
If you try to compare,
that's what I'm saying. It's padding.
Because look, I don't hate. I like the Admirals. They're great characters. You know what I mean? Like they're strong characters. I like strong characters, but I'm not delusional. You know what I mean? So at the same time,
that's debatable.
This question, Zoro fanboy said this. Okay, so are you? Because I'm being for real. So like you're trying to tell me Ace shooting a fire blast, Smoker shooting a smoke blast, and they attacks hit each other, and it's even. You're trying to tell me that that's equal to what we've seen from Sabo versus Fuji, where they sent multiple attacks at each other, and they had bigger dialogue, and then they both decided to like let's stop. It's two different things. You can't compare that. It's not the same. Like Smoker and Ace, that wasn't a fight. That was like a one-shot thing. But
I think both of those fights were not taken with incredible seriousness. They were both just messing around with each other, kind of just playing to see who was strongest. It was just kind of like Mihawk and Vista at Marineford.
All right. Look, but
it wasn't anything special, man. It wasn't.
I was gonna say Luffy versus Fujitora was a fight. If you gonna say that,
You guys been talking for like 20 minutes, but we still didn't answer the question.
He always does that.
Every time.
I want to know the answer. Did Sanji smash?
Sanji smash.
Hell no. Sanji does not get W's.
I think so.
Nah,
he only
smash.
No W for Sanji. Only like 5 minutes.
Yeah, what you mean?
No, absolutely not.
Look at the innuendo. Look at the innuendo.
We've been through this.
You said that that Sanji that all right. So like I analyzed the fight. I checked it out. So I'm not just making bold claims. It was part to the fight. First, Fuji tried to scare Sabo by trying to say he was an admiral, and Sabo was like, you don't need to say that. I can tell by your abilities. Only an admiral could do that. And then Sabo still wanted to fight, and they're fighting and stuff like that. And after a while, Sabo's like, hold up. Because Fuji commented on him being strong for this number 2 in the revs. And then Sabo's like, nah, I know admirals are stronger than this. What are you trying to pull? And he was like, you caught me. And then they started to fight serious, and they got off screen.
Oh, fight serious. It was serious.
No. But listen,
where's the dialogue that said it was serious?
Listen, all right. The part of the dialogue that said it was serious was when So check this out. Like,
was it?
No. It's not like hold on. I don't read the Sabo versus Fujitora fight every single day to like exactly have everything.
I see.
No.
Shout out Big Baller Brand.
But everything that I'm saying, I got to check out my video on it, and it has everything.
Yeah, I'll support LeVar over Sanjay any day.
But it's
go look for the panels and come back.
When Sabo, no, because what I'm saying is fact. I'm not making stuff up. I don't have to make stuff up to say what I'm saying, because I'm not trying to trick anybody. You know what I mean? The evidence supports what I'm saying. So when Sabo makes the claim,
wait, Driss just came in and asked, why is the discussion about admirals? I don't know, bro.
Exactly.
I don't know how we got here, to be honest.
Hey, Brago, you watch 7 Seconds?
Nah,
I know you know.
Check it out.
Like
I'm watching The Shy right now. The Shy is fire.
What is that?
It's
on Netflix?
On Showtime. It's about
Black Shameless.
Yeah.
Black Shameless.
Oh, I
Black who?
I don't watch Shameless, so I don't know.
I used to
watch. I don't watch
Shameless.
I
haven't watched it.
So it's like just growing up in Chicago, just following like different people in Chicago.
Oh, I think I heard about that. That Chicago show.
Yeah,
I heard about
what
that.
network?
Showtime.
Oh, okay.
Just like Shameless.
Exactly.
Takes place in Chicago, just like Shameless.
What is the show that's on right now on Showtime?
The Shy.
The Shy.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Oh shit! This looks good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It looks good.
Yeah, I've been watching that. 7 seconds on that. Now I haven't heard of that. What's that about?
It's about this black kid who gets hit by a white officer in New Jersey. It's like a hit and run, but they try to cover it up, so shit gets like crazy after that.
Oh wow.
That sounds
like
interesting.
Like you show you how New Jersey police is like real corrupt. It's crazy.
Never mind. I was about to ask for a spoiler, then I realized what I was asking for.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't ask for a spoiler. But I think we've talked enough admirals right now.
You can
stop.
We're done.
We gotta agree to disagree on the admiral thing, man.
Whoa, hold on. But this is what I'm trying to say.
We know you don't like the admirals, man.
You're telling me to be quiet, and I'm telling you information from the story. This is not my personal.
No, Ty. We're saying like it's not important right now.
Just get the panels, baby. Just get the panels.
No. The panels out there. So all that I'm saying is that do it yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at the Sabo, reread the fight, and look at it, and you'll see what I'm talking about with Sabo.
I reread it like 13 times. Even in the Discord 24/7, bro. I reread that thing like 13 times, bro.
All right. If it's fresh on your mind, the part that I'm talking about with Sabo said Admirals are stronger than this, and they agreed to, and they had a serious fight, and then it got all strength, and we came back to it.
It's like I slipped in that it was serious, just assuming that,
Nah, they fought seriously when we came back.
They did. That's why like none of them had any scratches on them, and it was just it was all serious.
Well, Sabo was scuffed up. Fuji didn't have it.
Yes, Sabo was breathing hard, but it wasn't like anything serious, man.
But they both agreed to let's not do this. It's not like Sabo was like, I'm at your mercy, please look. Like that's not what happened. That was a tie fight.
Because they realized it was a bigger threat, and there was no point in them fighting at the time. Like,
but you're trying to use things to justify that why it doesn't matter what happened. Why they pretty much they fought,
bro. And no matter what you say, that was not a legit fight. It just wasn't.
But that's an excuse because if this was the other way around, if that would have been Zoro versus Virgo in that situation or whatever like that, then like
that wouldn't have been a legit fight either.
Because Zoro did have a clash with Fujitora, and it wasn't a fucking fight.
Yeah, no, but that's different. That was not a fight.
That's different.
No, it's not. No, because hold on. Sabo did so many attacks. They fought the fight.
How many? Most of it was off screen. What are you talking about?
Most of it was not off screen. We focused on the fight. We went to the fight. We left the fight. We went to the fight. We left to the fight.
Barely. There was barely any fighting like on screen fight that happened.
That's different. Like you're still comparing. Zoro still did like that fight was very very short. Him and Fuji, but him and Sabo had a reasonable.
That was long. Fight. How long were they fighting for? Like 2 minutes?
They fought.
Wait, Ty, you also referenced the Kizaru and Marco fight. That was like literally a clash, bro.
They still fought, but here's the thing. Fights happen in real life and they get broken up sometimes or whatever. Or fights happen and like things happen. But the thing is that pretty much more than a blow. More than one blow was given. Like it was a fight. You know what I mean? Like I can show somebody. I can be like, yo, check out the Fujitora versus Sabo fight.
Okay, explain the Sabo, not Sabo, Kizaru Marco fight. Tell me that fight.
Oh shit.
I have a video on it. You're using pretty much. So here's what you're doing. It's like you're making the Amarus bad because like if I say I have a fight with you, right? I have a fight with you, right? Okay. It doesn't. We don't go all out though. It wasn't a full fight. It was just a clash, though, right? And I lose, right? People gonna say that I lost. You know what I mean? Or they're gonna say it was a draw. Like I can't be like, oh nah, but we didn't go all out though. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is that based off the blows that was exchanged and all the avoidance and stuff, whatever, like the analyst of the fight, Marco had the edge in that fight. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like if they fight again, right? Because look, they could fight again and Kizaru could win. Then I will be like
saying that Marco had the advantage over Kizaru.
Yes.
Brago, I gotta get ready for work, bro. Thanks for having me.
It was a great stream, man.
Thanks for coming through, Dustin. I appreciate it.
You had a better chance arguing the whole Sabo thing than.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually. I gotta post my review right now too, so I'm gonna bounce as well.
Yo, thanks for coming through.
But thank you for having me on. This was a lot of fun.
Later, man.
I really want to find out what you guys think of the chapter.
I'll be watching a lot of reviews today. I'm gonna watch a lot of reviews today.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my reviews soon.
I've got to after I come off this call anyway, so.
Okay.
Right,
wait, I know Yanko's about to say something. Catch you later, Roger.
Later.
I know Yanko wanted to come in and say something. I'm not sure if he's gonna come in, but
hey Brago, something I wanted to ask. You know when you were talking about supernovas coming in to defeat Big Mum at a later point, I was like, what about Capone? Because unless I've missed saying the recent chapters, do tell me, wasn't he supposed to want to kill Big Mum?
Yeah, that was
after he was vindicated.
Yeah.
So you said he's gonna come back and try to do it?
Well, I don't know. He's already there, and it was just that last chapter where he said, "We're in the face of death. Let's stick together." And it's like, is he just? And you hear father, and it's like, is he gonna go all out to try and?
The thing is, I don't know if he has like the firepower to do that. Like, does he have anything that can take out Big Mom right now?
Yeah,
even if she's weakened.
The last thing he said was he's gonna he's gonna run. I think he was more so talking about like they're just gonna stick together to escape.
Yo, Yanko, bro, you made it in, bro. You made it in, man.
Finally, man. I've been waiting for like 2 hours, eh?
What do you think about the chapter?
Was good.
Nah.
What do you think about the chapter?
I feel.
Man, it's crazy.
Did
Fuck.
Listen.
He waited 3 hours.
Yeah, right.
Shout out to Yonko.
Yonko came in and
Listen,
man.
this chapter was GOAT. What the fuck are you guys on about?
Oh,
Trash.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Listen, like, no. I gotta put all of you in your places, right?
Here we go.
Like this,
Go
you
ahead.
gotta understand. If we're gonna talk strength, right? Strength. Luffy versus Katakuri. If we're talking strength-wise, Katakuri is stronger than Luffy. Snake Man, regardless, all of that, Katakuri is a stronger character.
Yes.
Right? This fight, it ended with Luffy winning, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
But even that, I wouldn't necessarily call it Luffy winning, but rather Katakuri lost.
Okay.
You understand the distinction?
Accepting defeat.
Okay. Yeah.
The distinction here is that what Luffy did, and you see it in page 10, basically when he gets up, right, and he jumps out, and Katakuri is looking face down, right, and he stands up. Katakuri is standing up. What happens is Luffy psychologically defeats Katakuri. You understand? Katakuri, as it is, he's got strength. Even as it is, you're looking at him. I don't doubt it. If he had the will, Luffy broke his will. If Katakuri, if Luffy basically gave him the wrong answer, number one, and Luffy didn't, it basically, right? Luffy basically psychologically defeated Katakuri. Katakuri, he's thinking into the future as well. So Luffy says, I'm going to become Pirate King and I'm going to come back. But this fight is not over. Katakuri understands that. And Luffy respects Katakuri. And like, it's all about the character interactions and the character actions. You see Luffy, he's looking at this. And I don't think Luffy, like, he's looking down. And he doesn't see this as a victory. He didn't defeat his opponent. His opponent lost the fight psychologically.
I don't agree with that.
But strength wise, this was not a win for Luffy. This was just like how this arc, right, wasn't Luffy going to take down Big Mom. This fight wasn't Luffy strength wise beating. It wasn't I'm gonna defeat you, right? It was I have things to do. This is just a means to an end. I have a goal in mind. And if I have to surpass you, he didn't even surpass him, right? If I have to overcome you, right? Just even a little bit,
right?
I will try to do so.
So
right?
they say talk no
but
jutsu.
What?
Talk no jutsu.
I gotta
talk no jutsu.
Well, I mean, like right before Katakuri fell down, like he had he spit out a bunch of blood and then he fell down. So
yeah,
was that psychological blood or?
No, I know, like not like Yanko. You got a good take. I think the chapter was great too. I just don't think the end is trying to I think that's trying to like justify something that's not like it's like Luffy beat him. And like what Katakuri said at the end was just like he thinks Luffy's great. So like you know how Jinbei thought Luffy was gonna be the Pirate King and he said that. That's why he went to Luffy's crew. You see how Pedro said it, and then he gave his life for Luffy. So Katakuri's pretty much like being like, "Yo, you might have what it takes." You know what I mean? You can see into the future, and he just fell. That's kind of like what he did. Like,
just fell.
To me, it was more like he was acknowledging him. He's like,
yeah.
Listen,
compliment.
Your whole fight, you were trying to see into the future. You were trying to, have the same abilities as me, but it's not just about in combat, seeing into the future. And this goes back to fuck, I'm eating. But listen, this goes back to the fact that when he was talking to Rayleigh and Oda he foreshadowed this way. He's like, okay, what are you gonna do when you have an opponent who's gonna be able to see into the future with observation haki? And Luffy says it depends on their personality, right? He didn't say I'm gonna defeat them, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. He says it depends what type of person they are. Right, and that's what this is about. Luffy understood Katakuri as a person. He understood what was weighing him down. You gotta understand, Katakuri, he's being put on a pedestal his entire life, right, for his strength. in terms of his family, right? in terms of his family, and you see that even at the end, right? You see that at the end, their family like, oh, Katakuri, he's not gonna win, he's not gonna lose, and it's basically Katakuri. What Luffy does by acknowledging Katakuri and bringing him down a notch, humbling Katakuri. This is a humble.
They say they got Yonko on payroll, man. They say,
I was laughing.
Yonko on payroll, man.
I was wondering what
they got Yonko on payroll. Nah, I agree with you. It's more symbolic than anything, but it just didn't hit home. The emotional aspect didn't hit home for me.
I think
the end of it.
I think the thing with, and I understand where you're coming from. Like my first read of it, I'm like thinking, all right, man, the guy just fell. I understood that, but when I went back and I looked at number one, like the interaction, the dialogue, right? The dialogue, there's a lot more weight in the dialogue than initially the way you read it. Number two is the fact that Luffy, the way he's respecting his opponent, right? He's like, he put his hat on his face, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's thinking to himself. I don't know how you guys read it, but it wasn't. It just didn't feel like Luffy was saying, "All right." I don't know. It felt like more respect for his opponent, and he's acknowledging the fact that his family. The moment they see his true face, right? The moment they see his true face, you've seen this with Flampe, and I guess this is the true meaning behind her character is they have disgust for him, for Katakuri, because of his mouth. And Luffy's saying that shit don't matter. Cover that shit up. Show that shit. Doesn't matter, right? Whereas, it's basically coming down to Luffy's understanding of character flaws, right? And Luffy understanding he's number one, acknowledging his enemy, and he's getting acknowledgement from his enemy. It's those two things, right? And this is a precursor, because whenever Luffy does come back, right, and whenever Luffy does go after Big Mom, and it's not like Dustin be the only one who says, "Oh, Luffy gonna 1v1 Big Mom in this arc," and like 95% of his hate is probably from that one line where he's like, "I'm gonna defeat Big Mom in the future. I'm gonna come back." All right, but that's a different topic. That's a different topic.
Yeah.
But what I'm basically saying is, this is the precursor to the fight between Luffy and Katakuri when he comes back.
So you think they're fighting again?
I think they will fight again.
Wow.
I don't agree with that, because if he ever comes back, his new target is Big Mom. It wouldn't be Katakuri again. Like Zoro would have to fight him, or Sanji would have to fight him.
And but we're not gonna get this arc, the revival of this arc part 2, if it happens, for a long time. That's why a lot of us were saying earlier on that, I mean, just considering how weak and defeated that the Big Mom pirates are gonna be after everything is said and done, there has to be someone that swoops in, whether it be the government or another pirate crew. Someone's gonna swoop in and finish the job. I just really 100% agree that that's gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
I see Dritz just got in. Dritz.
Yeah, what's up?
I can honestly see, like, if Blackbeard comes in, like, the only person who can defeat someone like Big Mom and kind of take away maybe her intangibility could be someone like Blackbeard. I really do.
I don't think we have time for that. I'll be honest.
We have time for another entire arc of Luffy coming back in the future.
Oh, no. If you're talking about in the future, I understand that, right?
Well, I'm not saying,
if you're talking about
this
arc,
yeah,
this arc right now, like, man, I said this shit 5 weeks ago whenever Dustin had that stream. This arc is pretty much over.
You be allowed to compete in that sort of competition, man. Come on now.
Hey, man, that's $100.
Hey, 905 gang, let's go.
Yeah, Yonkers should be allowed.
Hey, 898. Now, like, I love how.
Oh yeah, keep this in mind too. That
before you go, I wonder how Dritz feels about the chapter.
Yeah, Dritz, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I want to hear you guys' opinions well after I'm done, but I thought the chapter was okay. It was solid. I don't think it was good or amazing in any sense of the word. There are some parts that are really powerful, and I think there are some parts that could have been better executed if previous steps of the fight had put more emphasis on things. Like, for instance, whenever Luffy puts the hat on Katakuri's teeth, that's a really cool gesture,
Yeah.
But it kind of lacks, and this is something that you guys were saying a bit earlier, and this is something I argued with Matt over on Twitter, is that the fight has no emotional value whatsoever. So any scene that comes out of it is mostly something born out of respect, and it's not something that the reader is going to be emotionally impacted by. Throughout the entirety of the fight, Luffy showed no reaction to Katakuri's teeth. This wasn't even an important aspect for Luffy. And in that sense, I guess that's kind of the point, that Luffy didn't care, but Luffy didn't even express an opinion about it to Katakuri. You know, his statement at the end of the fight is like, oh, I'll just, cover your teeth for you and I'll walk away. Yeah, that's a cool scene, but like that would have been so much more if like there had been more scenes of Katakuri's teeth, or more like an impact, a backstory introduced for that was better explained to make it more impactful of a scene. I feel like that could have been better.
But we did get a backstory for Katakuri.
One panel.
Yeah, the one panel. Yeah,
one panel of him with a bunch of fodder going, "Oh, your teeth."
There was barely any emotional attachment to that. Like we didn't really feel any pain over that situation.
A character like Rob Lucci got like a full backstory.
Yeah, and especially the thing you said before on Twitter about the whole thing in the SBS, like Oda's not even sure if he wants to add like any stuff in the backstory.
Oda answered SBS answer the question from last SBS where he's like, yeah, Katakuri's mouth, it's not natural. It wasn't born the way it is right there. He accidentally hurt himself, but he wasn't sure if he was going to add it into the story. So like the story behind.
Yeah,
so
he said that it was from eating too fast, is why.
Yeah, he said like he's eating too fast and basically hurt himself. So the backstory to it is so inconsequential that it's not really that important. So I feel like that's kind of like a diss in some way to Katakuri. It's like, well, if you're not going to include some kind of backstory, then that's kind of limiting the fight in some ways, because fights are kind of like the best fights of One Piece. Some of them aren't like this, but the best fights have some emotional impact. One of the problems with this fight, I think, is that you weren't really emotionally invested in the fight.
It doesn't have that kind of weight.
Like one of the main differences between Luffy versus Lucci is that it was all for Robin. Like the emotional weight on it was like Lucci had an objective to go kill Robin. The entire arc was for Robin. Lucci was there from the beginning. There was a history with Lucci. Katakuri was kind of introduced halfway through the arc, and there wasn't a whole lot of emphasis on him, or really any of the Sweet Commanders for that matter. They were so.
Oh my god, yo, sorry about that, man. I just made some fucked up shit.
Wow.
Okay.
No. I was reading the SBS. You were talking about the SBS. And then Oda went and he gave the nationalities for the supernovas.
Oh,
and I was just laughing my ass.
Yeah, you see a
the Blackbeard one. The Blackbeard one's
Blackbeard Somalia.
Voila, bro. Voila, chill, bro.
Enough, there's a previous SBS where he actually gives the occupations of all the straw hats. And I think Robin's a librarian and Blackbeard in the real world is an actual archaeologist. So I don't know how the fuck that works out.
Yeah.
But
oh my god!
I think it's confirms Blackbeard's taking Robin.
Bonnie's from Australia.
You said Blackbeard's an archaeologist?
Hey,
yeah, like that would be his job in the real world.
Maybe Blackbeard does have some knowledge. I mean, Blackbeard knew exactly which devil fruit he wanted to get.
True.
He have some knowledge of the past we don't know about.
I mean, he has the book too, no?
Making theories like, oh, Blackbeard can read the poneglyphs. God damn it!
I kind of didn't say that.
Oh my god!
I said he probably has knowledge about the poneglyphs themselves and stuff, like knows about where the locations or something. But like, I don't know.
Rouge is like a hostess at like a girl bar.
Hey man, hey,
my boy. Hey, he's in India counting rupees, man.
He be making.
Don't start with that. SBS is a
Hey, my boy's out here making rupees, bro.
Yeah,
He's
man.
Indian.
Out here.
Mad D.
Drake is Turkish.
He just trying to be friends with these hoes.
I'm reading some of these donations and I'm gonna end this though.
His hobby is lovemaking. So
Ness Deli said,
but listen,
let Luffy win, and he lost all his will.
Yeah, right.
The will to fight is an important topic.
Like the guy spat out blood and then passed out. Like, come on.
Yeah, he got beaten.
Psychological warfare, guys.
Like I as much as everyone loved Katakuri, but
Yeah, me too.
I want to acknowledge that he lost, but he lost.
I feel like psychologically it played a part, but he definitely
It played a part, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like the
only reason why,
clear.
right? The only kind of edge I'll give to you in that sense with the psychological stuff is that Luffy had a reason to continue on because he had to make his deadline, so he was more motivated to continue going on. Katakuri doesn't have that. Like his family, if they see him like that, it's not something that he wants them to see. So maybe he didn't have the same ambition to get out of the mirror world as Luffy did because he wanted to get to his meeting. The first thing he said when he climbed out of the hole was 1 o'clock. I have to make it.
Well, so I think Katakuri. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just basically gonna wrap up by saying if there's any like psychological motivation, it's more Luffy being more motivated than Katakuri just quote unquote giving up necessarily.
And
I think Katakuri basically relinquished what you were saying, how he doesn't want his family to see him because he took off the scarf and basically let it be known that he's not trying to hide himself anymore, right?
Yes. Like another thing too, people think Katakuri got up and had more umph in him. Like I think that he made himself get up just to ask Luffy that question. Like he just it's like he accepted he lost the fight, but it's like, you know what? I want to ask this kid something. Are you going to come back and like, you know, just that's what he got up for. So once he heard the answer, he just collapsed.
Yeah, I think most people agree with that actually.
He could have said that on the ground.
No, but I mean, he's the kind of person that doesn't want to see anyone see him weak, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe him standing up was kind of his, like, you know, trying to do the best he can to look strong. But then once that last like spat of blood came out, he passed out. And he
yeah, like him standing up is supposed to be like an exact opposite of how he's feeling. That's what's indicated when he falls on purpose on his back. He could have fallen forward or sideways or something, but it's like the symbolic defeat of him standing up, trying to act tough, but he's not really tough at all. You know, he's defeated man.
Yeah,
true. I just wanted to ask Luffy that question.
Chris was right. Like I agree with you on that part about like because I didn't really get the whole mouth thing and stuff like that. Like I really didn't get that. So that part was not emotional the way that they described it. Because but I get more of it now. But the rest of the fight was emotional. Like him saying he could see into the future. That was emotional. Like when it looked
that was a good line.
That was
a good line. That was a good line. Yeah. And that panel of Luffy looking at him and he's like 14 feet tall was pretty beastly.
Yeah, that's dope.
That was a great you too, like, oh shit, like he's done. Like I beat him. Like
that was a great panel.
That's a pretty great panel.
Yeah, I mean, even too the whole thing putting the hat down on him. I think in the anime it's gonna be really cool too, like the OST and stuff they're gonna be playing for that.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of good panels. I actually kind of wish Oda had done like a more like impactful job of showing the connect between like King Cobra. Because like I don't know what happened or like what the scaling was, but like whenever like it looked like they were going to attack, they were literally right in front of each other's faces, and then we see them in this panel. They're like 50 meters apart.
There's a distance, yeah.
And the attacks connect. I don't know what's the deal with that. That's
not
really
pushback. I didn't even see the clash. It was like after the clash.
Yeah, so this is really weird. Oda has really never ended a fight without actually showing the final hit connect.
Yeah, I like it though because like I like things switching up. I don't like the same thing over.
It's definitely unique. I'll give him that. Yeah.
Like I'm not mad. I'm just not mad because like while we didn't get to see it, we know what it was. It was a Luffy's punch and it was Katakuri punch. So like while I didn't get to see it, I knew what it was. If a move got used that I didn't know what it was, like I didn't know what it was, like King Kong on this, then I would be mad. Cause like, yo, what happened? But we kind of know what happened. We just didn't get to see it.
I don't know. I kind of wish we would have been able to see it because like something happened to Luffy's hand where it looks different than it was in the previous chapter. I kind of wish we would have known like the explanation on it because his hand is like bigger. Like 15 times bigger.
Yeah, because it's a different attack. It's not the Jet Cobra, it's the King Cobra.
King Cobra.
Yeah, but like
in the difference between
the last chapter, like it was not that big.
Yeah, it looks like he was high key hiding something. Like, Oda needs to stop doing that.
I just wanted to see the impact, but you know, it's fine. I guess you know, I think there was a better way to do it, like to be more impactful. But that's the way Oda wants to do it, and that's fine.
One other thing too, I think we didn't see it because like One Piece. I know I keep saying this, but it's not all about fight. So I think that we didn't get to see it because it wasn't important, and it was more like other stuff. Like the conversation was important. How Katakuri fell was important. Luffy putting over his teeth was all important. I think that stuff was supposed to be more important than like seeing the blows. That's why Oda did it that way.
Hold on, let me read the super chat.
What up? Just one thing though. I'm going through these pages, right? And this is just crackpot, whatever. But you know those panels where you have Luffy falling, and then you have him pass out, right? And then once he passes out, this is page 9. And once he passes out, he Katakuri kind of looks down. You don't see his eyes, and then he falls down. Do you think it's possible that Katakuri saw the future? He thought Luffy was defeated. Then he felt like he's like, all right.
I think that's kind of reaching because you can actually see his eyes are closed in the panel.
What? That is wild.
No, he's literally just exhausted and falls down.
That's wild.
Because the way it's represented in the previous chapters is how with that black aura type thing.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about it. Yeah, this is just throwing it out there. It's just Oda has to get better at representing that ability.
Eventually.
You know,
I could be wrong, but I could be wrong. But didn't Luffy have like one eye shut a couple chapters ago?
Hey man, he's over that shit.
Oh yeah, his eye was swollen because he got punched.
His eye was swollen.
He's over that shit, man.
Yeah, well, like the wounds, like another thing. This is like a personal gripe I have with it. That I wish that Oda would have made a bigger deal out of the wounds in general, Because like you could have taken away the entire spear scene and it would have been irrelevant. It didn't really affect the fight at all.
No, yeah,
that was just a symbolic meaning for Katakuri's character to change. It didn't affect the fight at all. You know, people thought heading into that was going to be huge. Like, holy crap, we've never seen this before with Luffy fight. These guys are fucked up, but it's like, yeah, no, they shrugged it off like Whitebeard.
I mean, it absolutely affected Katakuri. It absolutely affected Katakuri. Like his observation hockey completely went down the drain after that.
Luffy observation hockey got better. I think. I don't think it was that Katakuri's went away. I think it's like what Drizzt said.
Absolutely, that Katakuri's went away. He got hit with a punch that was the basic bitch punch of all time.
That's because
last chapter.
That's because he had the Rayleigh flashback and his observation increased. That's why he hit him. Like
to my last chapter.
I think that
he hit him with a common Luffy without gear second punch.
Because his hockey got better. You know what I mean? Like he didn't need to be in gear 4 to hit him anymore. Like it's his hockey. Remember Katakuri did no Zoro.
He wasn't able to hit Katakuri in like gear second when
that was before.
Before he stabbed himself. Now that after he stabbed him.
Hold on, keep this in mind. Katakuri did say, like, he's starting to see the future like me. I gotta.
But he was still able to keep him on the defensive. Luffy couldn't even attack Katakuri. He kept getting.
No, but you're saying this like if Luffy like let's just say that like Luffy observation was on 4, right? It was on 4, and he couldn't hit Katakuri with it. His observation was growing from 4 to 6 to 7, and Katakuri's like, I gotta hit him now so Luffy kept getting better, and that's why he was able to hit him. It was growing. It didn't stay the same. The stab thing was more.
Luffy was never able to touch Katakuri until he stabbed himself. That's a fact.
Yeah. But at the same, I get it. But at the same time, like what Drizzt said, the stab thing never seemed to come into effect. Luffy hit him because his observation got better, not because of the stab. It's like you're trying to use the stab to try to.
But Ty, it's like you're not acknowledging the fact that like the stab was a part of the reason, most of the reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying it's like you're saying it's only Luffy growing.
Yeah, because remember the strike that landed on Katakuri? It was landed right on the side he got hit. So imagine how much pain he's going through, especially like on top of the attack he took, with the attack that he gave himself.
Yeah. King Cobra did not hit his wound. Just clarifying.
In the middle of the stomach, right?
Like when
it hit him directly in the stomach, which the wound is on his left side of his body. So it's
look how big his hand was, though. Look how big his hand was.
You take a body shot to the stomach, your whole like.
Yeah, but like you can see in the panel, there's a part of his body that's shaded in it, showing the area of impact, which is right in the middle of his stomach. It's not near his wound.
Yeah, but you don't think that hit that close to your wound is gonna hurt?
That's sure that would hurt.
Oh no! Like that doesn't hurt Luffy. Like what?
Luffy got stabbed too.
No, hurting Katakuri.
Yeah, but like okay. So what?
Hold on, I did boxing once upon a time ago. If you get hit in the stomach that hard, regardless of each size, man, you're gonna be feeling pain. Like,
I mean, if he was winded, he was winded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Oda's looking into the boxing and shit, but
my name is my name.
Yeah. Henry Gober says, shout out to Dustin, Laz, Ovi, and Brago. Appreciate it, Henry Gober.
Thank you, Henry.
Soga King says, lit ass chapter. It was cool.
Fire.
It was cool.
I had heard during when I was doing my live reaction that someone called it a fairy tale level shit. That's
wow.
Yeah.
Brago in the stream.
I said about fairy tale. What fairy tale does, they don't show you the impact of anything. They just show you the after. What happens after? That's a fairy tale.
Someone said that you said fairy tale level shit. That's what I heard.
No. As far as like what fairy tale does, as far as the action, they don't show you the hits. They show you what happens after the fact. Which
fake news on my stream.
Yeah, fake news, bro.
Fake news.
Which doctor says, I feel like people are judging the anime Luffy versus Lucci fight to the manga, Luffy versus Katakuri fight. I don't think the Lucci fight was really much better in the manga than the final attack. Do you guys feel that?
I don't know.
It's not about the final attack. It's about the emotional weight behind the final attack. That's what made it so impactful. It's not like, oh man, this attack is so much better. It was that it meant so much more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was more than that.
Yeah, it just had a better build to it. That and the fact that like it wasn't like pussyfooting around the entire time. Like when we got to see the fight, we got to see the fight.
And Usopp coming in and like it was kind of
like that added emotional weight to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that had a lot of emotional weight because of everything that happened. So Usopp coming in right at the last moment and like.
Because I was like, yeah, I gotta win this fight now. Like here, it's just like I gotta beat you so I get the hell out of this fucking.
Goddamn right, you guess up.
So I can get the fuck out of this arc. Like,
Caribbean Straw Hat says this arc is taking way too many L's.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Sanji arc, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Sanji can't catch a break.
I don't think this chapter was an L, but there was.
Sanji can never catch a break.
Zoro arcs do not take L's. Just saying.
Wano's
this is one of the best.
We'll see what happens to Wano.
Sticky Loaf says Lord Tai is here.
Sticky low.
Henry Gober says, "Why is Laz not at 1K subs? What's wrong with y'all?"
I don't fucking know, man. You told me.
Yeah, go sub to Commodore Laz, man. Go sub to Commodore Laz. Crib and Straw Hat also said, "Can someone please end Ty's shit?"
Oh wow.
All right, I'll do it. I guess we don't want to do it.
Who said that they do it?
Caribbean Straw. Ty's like, who said they're gonna do
So
it?
you gotta get the manga panels ready though. You gotta
I got panels, man. I took Theory's hard drive. Let's get it. Damn. Shout out to Ty though.
Broderick Lacey said, "Dropping love on the stream. Appreciate it, Broderick." Henry Gober says, "Brago, I thought the stream was ending in 10 minutes 2 hours ago." I also get last to 1K, and shout out to Steve-O and Destin. Appreciate it,
Liddy.
Shout out to Henry.
Yeah, go sub to Laz again. Gary Grant says, "Brago, why do you guys let Ty do this all the time? He makes no sense."
No, he made sense. He just wasn't reaching out to all of y'all. Right?
No, it's not Ty. I got beef.
He just says every once in a while.
I was listening to your shit for too long. Listen, Ty.
Y'all quit tricking.
Why you keep bringing up Naruto and Akatsuki in fucking One Piece?
Because apparently Brago walks into a bank.
Wait.
And Sabo versus Fujitora at some point.
Yeah, that shit was
Yo, Ty, what was that Joy Boy like the Yu-Gi-Oh battle shit?
Yeah, I don't know. He lost me, bro. I honestly stopped listening.
No.
That one threw me off.
All right, got it. Look,
That was the only one that I actually understood.
Steven, what the hell?
So here's the thing. It's that like from what I understood, nobody understood why Katakuri would tell Luffy what he did, and
Are we really doing this again?
He loyal.
Wait, Ty, you about to explain again?
Not like I don't have to.
Like the stream, guys.
Explain again, but
we them boys.
The examples.
Shout out to the BDA crew.
Hey man, Ty.
Gang.
Ty,
so like,
are you explaining like why you bring up Naruto?
No. All right, look. So,
but that's what he asked though.
That's what.
Look. I want to explain, but I'll tell you why I did it. Right. So I understood why Katakuri did what he did. Nobody understood why he did what he did. So I'm like, maybe they don't understand with the information, or like, but let me change the example so that they can maybe they'll understand it this way. That's why, you know what I mean?
Analogy.
That's why I did that, to help them understand the situation.
The analogy, but no, that's not what I'm like. Listen, every analogy you make comes down to Naruto, the Akatsuki, Itachi, Kisame. No. That's the only series you watch, bro.
It just depends what we're talking about. Like in that case, all right. Look, don't you see? Look, I don't know if
Ty does say that though. That Naruto and One Piece are the two things that he watches.
Yeah, like I don't read like currently One Piece is the only manga I'm reading. So like and I've read Naruto before. So like I can't be using.
We should read Masturbation Master Kurosawa, man. It'll open your eyes.
Great manga.
Wait, what?
It's a real thing.
I'm not even joking.
It's
go
a real
read.
thing,
Go read Masturbation Master Kurosawa.
Yeah, I'm not denying it's a real thing. I'm just.
What I mean by the real thing.
What do you think it's about?
I think the title is pretty clear and straightforward, and it's not even like a bullshit manga. It's actually really
So
cool.
it's clear, huh?
Top 3 manga, man.
Dude likes the jacket, and
bro, he's gonna come up with masturbation in the fucking analogies.
It's not an analogy. It's a literal. Like I'm literally telling him to go read a manga about masturbation.
I know. I know. You say make, but then next time he's gonna be like, listen, Big Mom is like this for masturbation.
I would like to see Ty analyze these recent Hunter x Hunter chapters, though.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something completely different.
Nah, man.
The thing about the Hunter chapters is that like I get it. You want me to analyze them, but I really like I don't play favoritism. I really look at it like I don't like Marco could die, he dies, whatever. I'm not trying to make Marco better. I'm not trying to make Marco better. I'm not trying to make Sabo look better. I'm just looking at it.
Marco.
Like no, I don't. Like
you what?
Hold on. Brago, let me ask you a question. Who in your stream, right? Who said Marco was a bad captain after the White Bear Pirates lost to Blackbeard? I said it, right? Yeah. So I don't. It's not that I only talk good about Marco. I just tell it how it is. Some people don't like the trueness of that though. But like when I analyze, right? Because I'm not guessing. I'm using facts in the story. I'm analyzing the fights, and I'm telling you, I'm like, yo, look, Marco.
You saying nobody else analyzes, bro?
You called Marco a dormant legend.
But I didn't say that.
That part of like the interview came out. You spent
No, I said
2 hours saying Marco was the legend.
Dormant legend.
We don't know. We don't know we don't know who Oda was talking about. But keep this in mind with the information.
Marco.
I gotta go to bed for this one.
Story provided, right? So hold on, look. This is simple. Roger, legend, right? Dark King Rayleigh, legend. Whitebeard, legend. Marco goes down as a legend.
Pineapple.
Like he could. The Whitebeard. I'm not saying like, oh, it's 100% fact, but I mean, like I'm saying all the possible like
who lives in a pineapple under the sea.
It's a chance.
Sure, like, yeah, maybe it's Marco, but it's not. But you're like, no, it's Marco.
No. I said, hey, this is a possible example.
Hey, somebody pulling their card, man. They say in the Q&A, you said Marco was your favorite character.
Oh wow!
But that doesn't mean.
The facts.
I have
the facts are here.
I don't know, man. Duperco says
I
that.
have nothing to hide, right? I'm not.
Damn, Ty.
Hoping I
like deja vu. Turning up with your
Stop it, bro.
Stop on your head.
The comment that you said that they said that I said Marco was my favorite character. Like I said, who was the only person who said Marco was a bad captain? I said it. It's not just
true. I'm pretty sure you weren't the only one.
No. I was the only one, and people was mad at me that I said it, and they didn't agree with me. But here's the thing: like I don't.
I feel people agreed. But Ty, is that true? Is Marco your favorite character?
Is Marco my favorite character? He's one of my favorite characters. He's not my favorite character. I don't have a favorite character because One Piece is not like all right, like in Yu-Gi-Oh, my favorite character is Joey, but One Piece is not like that. Where like
wait, you gotta explain yourself.
I think One Piece is most like that though.
No.
Is Marco top 10 for you, Ty?
Is Marco top 10?
But
I don't.
Wait, so was Cooperco lying then? Was he lying? You didn't say that in the Q&A?
I have no. Listen, I have my top 10 video up. Like whatever's there is whatever's there. But here's the thing about Marco.
Talking about your top 10
favorites.
He's not my favorite character. He's one of my favorite.
Bro, top 10.
Is he your top 10 favorite?
He's not my favorite character. Like I said, One Piece is not.
Is he top 10 favorite?
Is he top 10 favorite?
I don't know. I don't.
He's dodging like the major.
Yo, your observation hockey is better than first.
I just got the strength.
I don't know.
I'll see you guys later. Thanks for having me.
Y'all asking me if he's my favorite? I don't know.
No. Here's what I'm saying, because like y'all doing a lot of funny stuff right now, but at the same time,
you just asked if he's your favorite.
No. Listen, because I told you, I said he's one of my favorite. He's not my favorite. Like I said,
is he top 10?
One Piece, I don't know. I'm not thinking about. See, here's the thing. I'm not thinking about if he's my top 10 or not. It doesn't matter. What matter is the facts. What matter is the blows he threw. What matters is the defense he had. What matters is his recovery rate. What matters is other things matter. It's not about like, oh, well, because he's, you know what I mean? Like, it means nothing to me. Like whether Marco was like my number 10 or my number 20, my number 99, I would go just as hard. It's not. I'm not trying to defend any character. Like y'all can think Marco's trash. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make him seem better than what he's trying to be.
The information changes things, man.
You put him over, Kizaru.
That information changes things a little bit, man.
Information doesn't.
Wait, I got an important question I need to ask real quickly. So now after seeing the events going down,
if Oda shows how much. Now go ahead, last.
I was gonna say, like with the important events and with Katakuri being taken out, we gotta ask ourselves this: is Charlotte Owen coming through or what?
Yo, Charlotte Owen just said, brother Katakuri did well. So shout out to Charlotte Owen, man.
Brago, check this out, right? I made a video. It was saying that Katakuri put up a better fight. No. It was that Cracker put up a better fight versus Luffy than Katakuri. That's the video that I put up, right? So somebody looked at the video and they left a comment and they was like, and what I did too is I showed all the manga panels from Luffy versus Cracker and I showed all the blows exchange from Luffy versus Katakuri to show, like, I'm not trying to lie. I'm not trying to mislead nobody, whatever that, right? To help so people see, because people think that because what I say is not the popular thing that's getting said, that I'm making it up. So then somebody left a comment and said, that's not all the panels. You're showing what supports your argument. I'm like, yo, dude, that's all the panels. What are you talking about? I'm like, the only panels I didn't show was the dialogue, because that doesn't change the fight to me. You know what I mean? Like a Katakuri saying, I'm better than you. You can't beat me. So like the talking only scenes I didn't show up, but at the same time, I didn't have the time to show those scenes. But I showed every single blow exchange and explained my argument.
Put up a harder fight.
Do you still believe that? Do you still believe it?
Yeah, definitely. Like what I already said is that, check this out though, right? Keep this in mind, right?
You've been trying to get Katakuri out of here for a while. So.
No, I haven't. Here's the thing. I've been being fair, but when I'm
fair, no, you haven't. You said he wasn't top 30. Stop it.
Brago, for look, I've been being fair, but when people have favorites, they go hard for
Bro,
their
you
favorites.
said, how can you say you're being fair when you said Katakuri was in top 30, you have Sanji over him?
I told
that's
you
like
that
a blasphemy.
because, hold on. I told you that because pretty soon, he's not gonna be top 30. So he just
that wasn't like don't be that.
Oh my god, dude.
Hey,
No, that's what I said.
Catch you later, yo. You keep it
like,
up.
I put him in my 20s.
I'm too tired for this shit. Yeah, I gotta get some sleep. My head's gonna blow up soon.
Yo, Discord Fridays tomorrow, yo. We got to get it in.
Yes, stay tuned.
Yo, we gotta go down.
Huh?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, Discord Fridays tomorrow.
Man, I need to catch Dustin, man.
Dustin absolutely hated this chapter. I know, he said it's
man. Listen.
Oh yeah, so like I'm being fair. Though, you know what I mean? Like I don't have nothing against Katakuri.
You said you had Virgo over Katakuri.
Hold on.
Oh, like now I gotta go my guys.
If I remember.
And I didn't have Virgo over Katakuri, so
bro, Ty. You said Virgo's over Sanji.
I don't have I have a video that's up that has everything on it.
That's fine.
I don't say none of that.
We're telling you what you said in Brago's stream.
That's not what I said. But I don't have Katakuri ranked high.
What, Donald Trump? What is this? Come on.
Yo, come on, man.
Ty,
hold on.
Do you think you're gonna say fucking Arlong over Katakuri, man?
So at the same time, so Brago. So check this out though. So how am I not treating him fairly when it's like I showed all the mega panels for my argument, but what people's not doing, they're just saying stuff to try to make it seem. What I did say in my Q&A too, I got asked who was my favorite character. Like around the same time, I said, somebody asked what's your favorite character design? I said Katakuri. He has a dope character design. It's not like I hate Katakuri. I don't hate him, but I'm being fair. And when I'm being,
what did you say to the favorite character though? What did you say to that?
What did I said? Who was my favorite character? Yeah. I said Ace. I said Marco. I said I don't know, probably them. But I said for my favorite character design, which was a question too. I said the Katakuri. He has the best character design. I don't think it's Kaido. I don't think so. I like Katakuri. You know what I mean? But does that mean? But just because look, I like Marco, but I think he's a bad captain because I think he started the payback war, and then you see the results. So I think that was necessary. So it's like whether I like you or not, if you do something that's bad, I'm going to say that you did something bad. If you're losing a fight, I'm going to say that you're losing a fight. Like me and Brago's cool, but if he gets into a fight,
I mean, like for example, though, like
I'm not gonna. I can't lie about it.
If so, for example, like Blackbeard killed Chopper, right? Let's just say, for example, it happened, and Luffy went after Blackbeard and lost. Would he be a bad captain because he went to avenge his crewmate?
Let me see. If Luffy, it really depends on the situation. You know what I mean? Because like I get what you're saying. You're saying like this and this is happening, but with the whole setup and everything, I just felt like with Marco it wasn't really necessary, and with Marco too. Check this out, right?
Like Marco, like they killed Ace and Whitebeard, and Blackbeard was a part of the crew.
But keep this in mind.
I mean, the perfect actual analogy would be, what if, like for example, Zoro left the crew, killed Chopper, and then like Zoro got his own crew. Would Luffy be a bad captain going after Zoro? Would he be bad?
I guess in this case you have to kind of take out either Sanji or Jimbo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jinbei, bro.
And then you go up against like Eustace
Zoro,
Kid, or Zoro, I guess Zoro's crew with like Kid or something.
So like the problem is that remember when Whitebeard pretty much sacrificed himself and he fought all the Marines by himself, and Marco wanted to help, and Whitebeard said no, Marco, go, and then
that was against all the admirals and everybody.
Yeah, true. So on top of that,
understand the context of that scene.
It's like however Marco felt about it, your captain told you, Marco, leave it alone, just go somewhere. So he really didn't have to.
No, he left the Marine
Corps. Blackbeard, though, you know what I mean. So like I feel like that's making him a bad.
You expect him not to do anything?
Yeah, I expect him not to do anything because it's like.
Nah, but that's a different context.
Nah.
Hold on.
Like, you
think he told him like not to mess up Blackbeard again?
He fought.
No. But still, because look, keep everything into consideration. Not only was it his captain told him just like, yo, stay out of it. Shanks even wants him. Shanks wants all of them. He was like, yo, I'm not saying Ace isn't capable, but like, yo, this isn't the time. Just like leave Blackbeard alone. He said Whitebeard leave him alone.
After Whitebeard dies, all bets are off, bro. You gotta go avenge Whitebeard.
The point is, you gotta understand. The point is, Marineford was not the time to go after Blackbeard.
It was never the time.
Payback war is a different time.
Some people you can't mess with.
So here's a different time. They regroup. Whatever. Things changed.
I don't agree with that.
Marco has every right to
They lost you. Remember they said they took an overwhelming defeat, and then the Whitebeard pirate disbanded. So like to me, like so here's the thing, like him being my favorite character or not, it doesn't change the fact that I think he didn't make the right decisions. So that, like when that happens.
But I mean, how was he to know that he was going to lose? Obviously, he went in with the intention of winning.
Yeah,
Obviously,
but that's not the
after the fact. Oh, they lost. One idiot. But yeah,
No,
I mean,
no,
he went
no.
with every intention of avenging his people.
Here's the thing, because the thing is that like he should have just left it alone. You know what I mean? Like he shouldn't.
And do
you know
what though?
Would you have left it alone in that situation?
That's staying. You can't walk around saying you're the Whitebeard pirates with like Blackbeard out here doing his thing. You cannot do that.
Hold on. Check this out. If I was
only going to get stronger, you have to fight him if you're going to fight him now. Now is the time to do it.
Hold on. Like if I was Marco, I wouldn't fight him. I would just leave him alone. I would just be on my own territory. If he comes to us,
he's gonna come to you, bro.
No. Hold on. If he does and when he does, then I would fight him. I wouldn't just go fight him. Like
so you're gonna wait until he gets more like forces and gets stronger.
Bro,
to come to
Blackbeard killed Thatch. Right, he captured Ace and then basically led to the Marineford War. So he's responsible for Ace, Whitebeard, obviously, and Thatch's death. And those are like family members. These are all part of
not
like
to count the people that died at Marineford. Not to count them.
Right,
as well.
and exactly. And everybody died because of Blackbeard, essentially. And you're just gonna let him walk out without going after him. You have the power to at least.
No, I don't have the power. Marco didn't have the power to mess with Blackbeard.
He didn't know that until he fought him because he didn't know.
All right.
And Blackbeard was going around like getting the territory, bro. He's gonna come for Marco eventually if he just stayed on his territory chilling.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that like
no, come on.
Look. I would choose not to mess with Blackbeard.
And
right?
do what? What would you do?
Marco, look. I'm just trying to explain the situation, right? Marco chose to go. What did Marco accomplish? Nothing. So like you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make
He didn't go there with the intention to accomplish nothing. He got beat fair and he got beat. What do you want him to do? Like he tried.
No, I know, but it's like that's bad. Like the loss. Hold on. Check this out. You do know this. You know that because he lost, that helped Blackbeard become a Yonko way quicker, way sooner. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, he was gonna come for the territory eventually, regardless.
No, but still though. But what Marco did was like, hey, Blackbeard, we're here. Come be a Yonko. You know what I mean? Like it's like he knows.
Like he let him do it. Like he let him win.
Yeah, he's like, come on, come take my head, bro.
It's like it's just that like I can't say I'm the best strategist in the world, but I don't.
No other pirate king would allow that, or a pirate crew rather would allow, or at least any decent pirate crew would not allow that to happen. Like one of them.
I would
train their crew and then walk free. Nah, come on.
I would have left Blackbeard alone.
If Zoro killed fucking Sanji right in front of Luffy and shit, and like Sanji's like, don't go after him. You think Luffy's gonna listen to him?
No, but it's I just don't agree. I just don't agree with what Marco did. Like he's still my favorite character. I just don't agree with what he did right there. You know what I mean? And I'm not. I don't agree with what you're saying. I think that is sometimes it's like you can't beat everybody. Sometimes you got to know when to chill out.
So you want him to just retire because there's no. He's gonna come for him, bro. He's gonna come for him.
No. Look, I would.
Come on, bro. In real life, bro, if someone like murders your friends and like your dad and shit, and you know where that motherfucker lives, you're not gonna go and pay him a visit.
It all depends. You know what I mean? Like if
that dude could be like jacked and shit and be like a an MMA fighter and stuff, but you're gonna come over with a goddamn crowbar and see what you can do.
You gonna pull up?
It depends. I'm not saying that I would do nothing, but you gotta like be smart and stuff like that. Like if I was Marco,
there's a lot of emotions involved, dude.
If I was Marco, I would have stood on my territories. I would have trained and got stronger. I would have recruited new members. I would have talked to Shanks like, yo, Shanks, what's up? Yo, Shanks, I would have been like, yo, like
talk to Shanks.
Yup, I would have got.
Yo, Shanks, what's up? I'm jumping in your territory, man. Thanks for.
Hold on. If Shanks wouldn't have helped, I would have joined Shanks' crew. He did actually.
Get out of here, Ty. Stop.
Now,
Stop it. Like what? I'm a join Shanks' crew.
Hold on. Y'all would have heard a different story. Y'all would have seen.
I'm a join Shanks' crew.
Marco, the Whitebeard Pirates, joined Shanks' crew, and they fought the Blackbeard Pirates, and the Shanks Pirates won in the overwhelming victory. That's what I would have heard.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Thanks. Yes, and there was an invitation open for him. Now that I think about it, right?
Yeah.
Say that happened. What benefit would there be, right, for Shanks to go into a confrontation with Blackbeard at this point in time?
No. So the same thing still applies. It doesn't mean that now we got Shanks, we go after Blackbeard. We just do our own thing. When Blackbeard comes, we're with Shanks, and it's gonna be a wrap. So more like that, like not like seek Blackbeard out, just that like you know that like he doesn't win. Imagine all Shanks and his command and all of Marco and the commanders he had. Blackbeard doesn't win anymore. I don't believe so. I think that's too much.
So going back to my analogy before, if fucking Zoro kills Sanji and walks out, or kills Chopper, one of the crew members, and Luffy gonna join Kid's crew and try to No, that's just not. No, of course.
That's different though. See, look.
Why is it
that,
different?
It's not different
because Luffy can beat Zoro on his own. He doesn't need backup for that. Like Blackbeard is somebody that y'all need.
But Zoro got his own crew. I mean, Marco thought he can beat Blackbeard. That's why he went. That's the point.
No. Marco, at that point, Blackbeard had 2 double fruits. It's like he had Whitebeard's double fruit. Like Whitebeard was the world's strongest man, but a lot of what I seen at Marineford, not all of it, but a lot of it, at least about like 65% of what I seen was his double fruit. And we seen this because when Blackbeard got his double fruit, he did the heaven and earth thing too. So like, Marco should have known that, like, this guy's dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't agree with what he did. So put it like this. Look, Zoro. Keep this in mind, right? I keep saying statistically. You see, I'm not saying like I felt like I want to event, like, I mean strategically, like, you know what I mean, like you got to be like a ninja, like you are like a samurai, like don't show no emotion, just do like what's best, you know what I mean?
Know what you're talking about,
payback war for a reason. They were out for blood. They were looking for revenge. They went there and they tried to
take for revenge. They got beat.
Yeah. Chaos. He said hasn't heard my opinion on the chapter. I'm gonna drop a video about my opinion on the chapter, bro. But on that note, I appreciate everybody coming through. Let's talk about the chapter. Discord Fridays tomorrow. I know Discord is going to be crazy because I want to know how they felt about the chapter because they've been.
Oh yeah, that's going to be good.
Yeah, that's going to be wild. But yeah, like the stream. I appreciate you guys again for coming through. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. No problem. Yonko, Zoro, Kaio, Ty. I appreciate you guys coming through, man.
A lot of fun, man. Someone in the chat said they look like Rodney Hood.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I'll catch you guys later. Peace.